take on the world. We're gonna take on the world.
All right, guys, we're back at it again, live from downtown St. Joe on a stormy night. I don't know if you guys are looking outside, but it's raining.
It's Michigan.
Yes, the weird weather up and down the state.
It's gonna snow tomorrow.
Well,
What?
all right.
Yeah, it's supposed to.
Don't give me that's blasphemous. Don't say that. That's terrible.
That.
It's not gonna stick though.
It's terrible.
That's okay though. And we're live, guys. Episode 71, Third Eye Truth There podcast. Back at you again. I'm your host, James Gill. This is my co-host, Joe Hill.
I'm still drinking water. Got it.
You
I got it.
Diet,
And I got my Dr. Pepper. I'm going strong.
He's still going. He's
keeping the sugar, not the alcohol. That's how it works.
He's doing the Catholic thing, the Lent. Where's the ash? Right on your forehead.
It goes. Actually, it's only 1 day thing.
It's only 1 day thing.
Ash Wednesday.
All
That's why
right.
they call it ash.
He's got his
Wednesday.
nipples done too, but they're under his shirt. You just can't. It's got ash on both those.
Yeah, that's why it
Can't see that.
That's why it says
the Catholic way.
That's why mine says Italian.
Oh no,
Paris.
Geez. We're going down the wrong. We just went down that rabbit hole, guys. Oh my god.
Paris.
All right, guys. We have a special guest
under the hair.
tonight. Special guest tonight, Ildiko Widman. Welcome back.
Yeah, thanks.
Did he
Thanks,
say-
that's good.
I wish I could say your name.
You can
You
say
you ready for it though?
No,
you
I'm
ready
not
for the
gonna
whole
Say
thing?
it. You can say par.
Oh my! Oh my God! I gotta say the whole name. I've been trying to practice your first name. I don't think I do your.
Ildi.
Yeah, yield is good.
But I want to say the whole name.
Ildiko.
Ildiko.
It's Ildiko.
Ildiko. See, I said it wrong too.
But you know what? For Americans, I mean, even though
She
I am an
says
American too.
For Americans.
For Americans, you do it fine.
Ildiko.
Yeah. Ildiko.
Il.
Yeah, it's like the pronouncing is on the front part.
Ildiko.
Ildiko.
Yeah.
You got it. See,
You want the whole version? You ready?
Ildiko.
Yeah,
There you
see, now you just have you don't do that little lip here. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I'm going to give you the whole name. You ready?
Do it again.
Say my name first.
Ildiko. It's like sound it out.
Okay, my whole name though is Ildiko Anna Ershebet Widman.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Wait, say that again. Wait. Say it again.
Ildiko Anna Ershebet Widman.
Ildiko.
That's about right.
No, that's
close.
pretty hot. Oh God!
Ildiko.
Don't do it. Yeah,
All you got to end.
Wait, you forgot to
butcher
jump
it.
with it. You did
Butcher-
forget the jump.
Butcher
So
your name.
No, because all you got to say everything and then other the.
No. Stutter or do anything
I
like
can't.
that. Weirdo.
Yes, I am.
you say Paris, say car.
Welcome back to the show.
All right. So
Hello.
to know people who you are besides your name.
Let's get this right here.
I like that.
Oh yeah, and the millions of people are watching us
That's
around
right.
above us,
Many millions.
just watching over us.
Yes. Let's turn that off. All right. Yeah.
Who are you? And so like a recap of from the last show since we
Mhm.
had you on. What do you do and what else is your hobbies?
So I'm going to talk about the band.
You can do that.
The
We can
band
jump
is
right to
the
that.
band
That's
is
the hobby.
yeah,
That's the
that's
best
kind of
way
the
to
hobby, but
That's
that's
the hobby.
also why I'm here actually. So
We will get there.
Yes.
but myself, I'm a college professor here at the local college. And then I also teach around the country, doing the same type of thing with other colleges.
I really forgot about that one.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's awesome.
So I do all those.
So when you do the around the world, do they
Yeah.
pay for the traveling?
Around
So
the
they
country.
pay me a big lump
Joe.
sum and go teach. Yeah, and I teach for 2 days. And
So you only teach for 2 days at
Sit.
some college, and
Yep.
they fly you all over the.
well, they don't
United
fly me,
States?
so I get a
Oh.
lump sum, and whatever I save out of that lump sum is what I keep, which is usually pretty good though, because I got friends everywhere. So it's usually just a plane ticket or a car ride, and I stay at their place. And
And you
Pocket
keep
the
it, and
rest.
you
yeah,
pocket
then I
that.
just pocket the
Pocket
rest.
the
It's
rest.
fabulous.
Damn,
Have friends all over the
Fabulous.
place.
dude.
The more
best
friends
way-
you got, the better it is. Like it's,
Exactly.
yeah. And then I like add another day in, because the other thing I do is, like, I'm a ball player, so I had a couple days in, and a lot of times I have ball player friends around. I've got them now in New Jersey. I've got them in Florida. I've got them, in Ohio. I've got them all over the
What kind of
place.
ball?
Beach volleyball. Yeah.
Beach, oh, that's right. Beach volleyball.
Yes, I just played Saturday with a bunch of friends over in Clearwater Beach
Yeah.
in Florida. Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
How's that? How's competition there?
It was pretty awesome. One was an AVP player.
Yeah.
I think the other one was there. It was pretty good. Pretty good. I won half my game, so I was happy for that. So yeah.
There you go.
What are you?
1/2. What, as in my
Position?
level?
And then position wise.
Usually I play left side.
Left side.
No, so there's when you play twos, there's only two sides. You have
Oh,
left side, you have right side.
It's 2-man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I only play twos.
Oh, you know.
Anything else I no.
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 That's what I was picturing as a team. So it's a 2-man.
It's not like college volleyball.
Yeah, so when you think of Olympic volleyball,
Yeah,
that's
the
twos.
beach,
Yeah.
beach volleyball.
Wow, man, that's I give everybody that in that sport credit because my God, doing the whole thing in sand.
Yep.
You gotta have like calves of steel.
It's not that you have calves of steel, it's the endurance part of it. We call it beach legs.
Yeah.
Because if you're not playing year round, that first month when the beach is finally decent and you get out there, you look like molasses. You're just slower than shit.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can get to. And you just laugh at yourself the first month because your beach legs aren't in. But by the end, by like September, you can run anything down. And then you go back to indoor and all of a sudden you're skyballing, like you're this far above the net. Like
All
you're
over the
so
place,
fast,
yeah.
nothing.
All over
None
the
of your
place, yeah.
timing's gone. You're so fast. And then you lose it again by May.
Yeah.
So
I bet you can kick both our asses together as a team.
Well, I don't have beach legs.
James just has legs.
Yeah, it's like
James
legs.
just has legs. That's
I'm sure if I got into it, run through the sand.
Well, Joe's homeless and lives on the beach, so
I could
he's
actually-
probably got beach legs.
Yeah, actually, I like beach volleyball.
Joe,
I live on the beach and I'm
And
homeless.
he's homeless, lives in a tent.
I live in a tent on the beach. It gets cold in the winter. Thank God for my dog.
He gave up houses for Lent last year and just kept with it.
Thank God for my dog.
Joe's still going strong with the lint. How's that going for you?
That's impressive.
It's
How's it
awesome.
going for you?
It's awesome, man. I'm having a blast.
You
I'm
don't
actually
look
losing.
like it.
Actually, I'm losing weight.
Yeah.
I'm losing weight, and it's fun watching people and how they are. I'm like, oh my God, that lady's fucking drunk. This is hilarious watching this. And all of a sudden, she just starts dancing, and all of a sudden, like nowhere, she dances with the wrong guy, and she looks around, ew, like gives that weird look, like, why am I dancing with him?
I'm definitely proud of you, brother.
Why? Because you keep on teasing
Well,
me?
no, that's not easy to do.
it's
For a
not
lot of
easy to do.
people,
Like,
that's
you
not
quit
easy
cold
to do.
turkey.
Yeah, I go cold turkey.
Cold turkey.
So far, so good.
You're doing shitloads of shots and drinking
Yeah.
all kinds of drinks.
Oh, I do. I only do
Beer,
Beer.
Hennessy.
and Hennessy. That's all I drink.
No, you drink other stuff.
I don't. Nah, that's hardly rare. At least there.
Woo!
Yeah.
That's why I hear that
Yep.
in the bar.
Yeah, I'm having fun.
Hang on.
I'm
having
very
a
proud of
blast.
you. Man. I'm very proud of you.
It's got up really bad when every time someone comes around, hey, you want a shot? Oh, that's right, you're doing Lent. Hey, and then they come back an hour later. Hey, you want to? Oh wait. So
There's still-
so last week I'm thinking, wait, it's still the same day. So last week I grabbed a small little shot glass. I got a small little shot glass, and I was pouring my Dr. Pepper pitcher in the shot glass. And everybody says, "Want a shot? Yeah, I got one right here. Cheers!" Clink. And I downed it. Was that Jaeger? I said, "No, it's Dr. Pepper."
Yes, it was. Yeah.
has the same feeling though, and and you're doing that. Just like
Yeah, so
James, I'll
people
bet you
kept
in the
on
shot.
asking. And people kept on asking, "You want to do a shot?" I said, "Yeah, I got one right here." All right, can I try that? I said, "Go right ahead." They down it. Yeah, what is that, Dr. Pepper?
I'll tell you what, there's been a couple times in the band where people that are listening will be like, "I'll buy you a shot," in the middle of the.
Oh yeah.
So what?
I'm sure you get that.
What do
all
you
the
guys
time.
Oh,
ask
like
for?
by the third. Sometimes by the third set, I'm like, I can't. I tell the band, I'm like, I can't do any more shots. I can't.
Oh, I
Yeah.
wouldn't-
I'm a lightweight,
So that's when you do a shot, then drink water. and keep
Oh, I
drinking
do.
water and
That's
doing
just it.
all
I do drink water, but I'm such a lightweight, it doesn't matter.
yeah. That
can't
The,
see-
the
I can't
Hungarian
see-
genes did
I
not
can't
fucking
see you.
work.
I was gonna say I
with
can't
me.
see you being a lightweight. I'm sorry.
No, I am.
No, well, look, she drinks her seltzers.
I drink my long drinks or my
Yeah,
seltzers,
yeah,
and
yeah.
and
Wow, you know what she.
He
drinks?
does,
How do
he
you
does.
remember that?
and I drink
know.
two. I drink two, and I'm done
Yeah.
because I know
Then she becomes woo.
I do.
This song is awesome. Wait, I'm supposed to sing it. Shit.
No, you rarely see her out of her element as far as when it comes to drinking.
No, the sailor
Yeah,
comes out.
there-
Of her.
You won't see her.
I
go
am
overboard.
evil Knievel.
No,
when I'm drinking.
the sailor
Oh,
comes out of her.
Like
that your
bad.
alter
You
ego?
don't even have to tell me to do something. I'll be like, I'm gonna go climb that tree. And like, you just find me. I'm like up there, and I'm also that friend that I'll show up 2 hours later with like 3 other people in a different shirt, and like we've switched shirts, and that's
Really?
yeah. I was down in a bar. I was teaching. I was down in a bar. This was in Florida.
Do a lot of stuff.
Down in Florida, and I get done teaching. I get over there. Now I like to go to the hometown bars. There's just real people there.
Yeah.
It's fun for me. So I sit down, and they're all kind of oldies because it's Florida. And this woman walks in, and I go, "Oh, I love that shirt." And she goes, "Want to switch like real funny?" I go, "Sure." So I just took my shirt off her at the bar and chucked it to her. She goes, "All right." She takes her shirt off, chucks it to me. Best friend since, like, we just sat next to each other and like 2 of us bought drinks all night.
And then she stays at their house when she goes
No.
down. That's how you
That's how
become
it's set-
friends.
that's
Actually,
it's
that is
set up.
how I
you
become
start.
friends with a lot of you'd be
That's how
surprised.
it's set up.
That
yeah.
actually is how I become
Switch
friends with a lot.
shirts and
Yeah.
you got friends forever.
I bet you
Yeah.
that doesn't work for guys.
No.
Hey, buddy, want to switch shirts?
What?
What's wrong
What
with
if
you?
what if it's like a medium? You're an extra
What's wrong
large.
with
Joe
you?
takes his off, his ash nipples are
No.
there.
Oh, here you go. And I throw the shirt.
Sorry about my nips.
I throw the shirt at him, and he says, "Thanks for the shirt."
This is
Takes
you
off.
a medium shirt.
No, he just takes off running.
It's got a half
Mid,
shirt
he's
on.
got midriff.
You've got a pair of shirt on. That's what. Yeah.
That's right. I'll rock it. I'm the same guy that wears a kilt and wears a Speedo.
Do you wear a kilt?
Yeah,
Hey,
I actually think that's awesome. I've got a good friend of mine that wears a kilt,
I love.
and
wearing
he's Scottish, and
yeah,
he owns it, and he's a big dude. He's like a big dude.
this guy right here.
He owns it.
I wore a kilt for his birthday, and it was also the Notre Dame was playing, so we have pictures on his birthday and watching the Notre Dame.
Not only that, he wears these weird shoes,
What
And
weird
weird
shoes?
No.
They're just white shoes,
and then it has
white
black
socks.
socks. No,
Was it black socks?
yeah, it was black socks. I was like, dude, you serious?
That's a
What-
fashion faux pas, Joe.
It had black in the kilt.
He showed me a picture of another time he was wearing a kilt at was it a wedding?
Yeah, it was Lee's
This
wedding.
guy had these boots on with white socks.
They're my lugs.
I know they
What'd you
suck.
call? What'd you?
These
Lugs.
boots
They're
are called
lugs.
lugs.
They're called
L-
lugs.
Is that like
UG
the cheap version of Uggs?
No,
Yes, very cheap version.
Is
of
that
Uggs.
like
not.
like the
Very cheap
knockoff?
version.
No,
That's
it's not.
the Temu brand of Uggs.
They were out before
no,
Uggs,
they're,
but
they're way out before Uggs.
yeah, but the
Oh.
lugs.
Yeah.
Lugs. Okay.
But LUGZ, right?
Okay.
And he had this white socks on with these tan boots. I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
I couldn't find any work boots like Lee was gonna wear.
Yeah,
so.
the guy that he was with, he had these black boots with black socks on it, combined with his kilt.
He just
which
got
had
married.
Black in it, right?
That was his.
But it
that
it
was his wedding
It was a
outfit, yeah.
coordination of the colors.
Because he actually, the band Dartboard Compromise.
yeah.
Lee Hernandez.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
Ramirez.
his
It
wedding.
was his wedding.
It was
okay.
his wedding and 2121. He got married there. And I said, if you wear a kilt for your wedding, I'll wear one
He
too.
matched, and Joe didn't.
I was wearing my green kilt because Notre Dame was playing that day.
But did your Speedo match underneath it?
I didn't wear a Speedo.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. That just left me with a visual that I don't want to.
You don't
I
wear.
would have nightmares.
You don't wear
for that.
anything.
Yeah,
with
it is
a
nightmares.
kilt.
You went free ball?
Every single fucking time I wear my kilt.
Oh,
At a
God.
wedding?
Free ball?
You're free balling at a wedding?
Kilt. Once again, kilt. Nothing underneath. If they want to know,
You
they don't
don't
want to know.
have. You don't have to do that,
Why not?
Joe.
What?
Oh my God. Oh my
Even
God.
I'm gonna say even girls now have built their skirts. You guys know what skirts are, right?
Yeah.
And even now it's very fashionable to have a dress with a built-in
Right.
skirt underneath, like a
Right.
full-out dress with a
You-
built-in skirt.
Because you fall down in the accident.
And once again, you're
Gonna have one
Every
ball,
time-
Joe. You're gonna have one ball.
every time I sat in a chair, I had to cross my legs. It was really hard.
You're lucky
trying to
one of
cross
those
my
balls
legs.
didn't get sucked up your butthole. You only have one ball left because you're sitting on a chair.
I never had it in my balls.
Now it's
because
gone. Now
my-
you've lost one
My
ball.
ex-wife took my balls away from me a long time ago, so that's all right. That was the best thing she ever did. One kid had only one kid. She said, "Okay, let's go."
You've just been pulling Silence of the Lamb since then. Just putting it right up the cheek.
Fuck
Doing like,
me.
Wait a minute, how did you get on my show? Why is it roasting me?
You started it.
You did, yeah, you
You
did kind of.
started. You said
How'd I start it?
Yeah, I don't wear these.
I don't know. You said you didn't. That's true. Like we were just. I don't know if we were shocked or just more
I think he's shocked.
dismayed. I don't know.
I can never wear a kilt around him because he's gonna look at he's gonna look at me like this.
Yeah, I know where you're not wearing underneath.
He's gonna look like me like this. I said, "Hey, I don't do that. Don't look.
Don't you fall down. You ever fall down.
I'll never fall down."
Dude, I've seen you in action.
Oh yeah, way back.
I don't even think you could sit though. Can you even sit?
Yeah,
Like you can sit but men man spread. So I don't know if you could sit and like
gotta sit like a lady, tuck it under and push my legs together a little bit best I can, and I don't really sit when I
was going to say, like, how do you sit with that if you're
Yeah, he
well?
doesn't
Because they're
really
like the
sit when he's-
girls,
when
like
he's
we do
drinking.
sit with our, try
If
to sit
I'm-
with our knees together.
If I have a kilt on, if I'm drinking right now, I don't sit. I don't like sitting. Sitting, I might fall asleep. I might do a Tom.
Skirt underneath me.
I might be a Tom. I might do a Tom and fall asleep at the chair.
I love Tom.
Because I see him all the time, and just all of a sudden he's watching games and all.
He owes
We
me a
got an
basketball
honor.
game. We've had this ongoing challenge. He owes me a basketball game.
Why?
He has challenged me for the last 3 years
Oh,
to a
Tom
ball
has?
game. Yeah,
Oh, to play 1-on-1?
yeah. He doesn't know. I was first team all state.
You play. How about this? You play.
He has no idea. I
how
just
about you
played
play
2
Beth?
weeks ago with men on a Sunday.
How about you play Beth?
No, Beth
don't know who Beth is.
Yes.
Yes,
I'd rather
yeah.
see Beth. That's a fair advantage.
No,
She says she can ball.
No, she
I
can't. She
want to
can't.
see it.
No, she
Her and
can't.
Beth.
She can't. She can't.
It-
She
I don't want
showing her
Tom to break
moves,
a
I'm
hip.
That I will block that shit all the time.
I don't want. She's gonna.
I will
cheat.
block that shot all the time.
She's gonna cheat. She's gonna cheat and go to Tom's bad side and go around him.
Oh yeah,
All Toms are bad. Every side's a bad side.
Yeah, for Tom.
yeah, all sides. Every side.
But
would-
he
would
did
fall.
say that
He
we
would
would play
fall.
2-on-2 and he would pick up somebody. He's probably going to
He'll
pick up.
pick, yeah, he's gonna pick me,
But that's fine.
no,
That's all right.
I will have to trip Tom myself. Just because.
You're mean.
Don't, dude. Look,
Mean.
he has his mobility from side to side doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Doesn't exist.
That's
He
helpful.
goes straight in. That's it. That's all he does.
That's all he's got.
That's all he has. I was like, he does that at work. He's like behind the bar and he does not move. I was like, Tom, I'm right here. He plows right through me.
No
Nothing.
lateral, no nothing.
Nothing. No side to side movement at all. At all.
I'll try to pile you.
I think he also told me that he would play me in horse.
I could see that.
I told him fine.
I could
see
see.
that.
I could see him play that, and that's
His granddaughter's faster than he is. And he admitted it out loud.
well. A lot of people are faster than probably the old lady that comes and sits with dementia a little bit. I bet she's faster than Tom.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I keep saying I'm like, I need to get this game over because the shit talk's fun. Like I enjoy that quite.
As it would be, right?
I enjoy that quite a bit.
So to get back on the subject about you,
I love
Yes.
I haven't actually, since you haven't been back in a while, since you just told us it was the 30th something show, we're now on 70.
Yeah.
something
You guys are doing
more.
really good. I'm
71.
proud of you. Yeah.
So how has the band been
Good.
since the last time you were on?
So we
That's been almost a year.
almost and actually we brought in one of our the newest guitarist that we have.
Yeah,
His
new
name's
guitar
Jason.
player.
Yep. Our other guitar players. So Dave is our bassist. Brian is another one of our guitarists. He's been with us about 2 years now. And then Mikey, our diva of the group. He's the drummer.
He's a
We-
diva. Is he like Tom?
I call him. He calls me the diva. I call him the diva. So it's
Goes
it's a back and forth.
yeah.
Yeah. So Jason is our newest guitarist, and both he and Brian share.
What happened to the old guy?
Actually, Matt was a fill-in for us for about a year,
Oh.
and hopefully we love Matt too. But he is destined for bigger and better things, and I'm hoping he's going to go to Nashville soon.
Oh, man.
Oh,
So
that's
yeah,
awesome.
he basically told us he's like, I can fill in. He says, but if they give me a call, I gotta go and
So
gotta
he
ditch.
can sing, or is he just play?
He does both.
He
Jason does both. Yeah.
Okay.
Jason does both. And in fact, it's broadened our horizons a lot more because now we have 2 male singers and me. So, and Jason's able to harmonize pretty well. So we can do a lot more harmonization and we can
Yeah.
do a lot more of those types of things. So we're actually doing more harder rock than what we've ever done.
Wow.
Yeah. Cause when we started out, we did kind of more the easier classic rock stuff.
right.
And actually I know the other day they were practicing some Queensryche.
Not bad.
Yeah.
So you guys are definitely putting more songs.
So
in the
we're putting
repertoire.
some more songs in the repertoire.
Yeah.
A lot more, a little harder rock
Yeah.
type things, and things you don't hear out there. You know, when and Jason and Dave and Brian and even Michael tell you all this, when we go see other bands, we hear the same music. And so one of the things that we feel, and we've been told, is that not only are we doing music that people love, but we're doing the stuff that nobody else does. And that even if it's hard for us to do it, it might even take us 3 months to learn a song.
Yeah.
We're going to learn it because I know nobody else is doing it. You know, so like Sweet Child of Mine, Welcome to the Jungle. You don't hear that done very often.
Right.
We do in a few others, Uncle Tom's Cabin. I've never heard that done out there.
Actually,
So
I haven't anybody do that song.
yeah,
Besides that.
I'm still wanting to do some Black Dog from Led Zeppelin. I'm keep trying to get the band to do some Black Dog. Right now we have on our list, we have a big whiteboard down in the band room, and we have
I can
songs
picture
that we have songs that the song list that we have, and then songs that we want to do. And we go through, we probably erase the songs we want to do about every 3 months. We go, okay, and everybody has to agree upon it.
Right.
If you don't agree upon it, even if 4 do and 1 doesn't, it's off.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. And then we also, like, let's say we all agree upon something. If we're practicing it and it just doesn't sound well, you know, there's the two roads you can take from that. The more you practice it, it'll sound better. Or do we think this will ever sound better, or will it always sound like shit? And so sometimes we just have to decide, you know what? This song's not for us. It doesn't sound good. Either the harmonies are off, something we can't seem to capitalize on. And then we just let that one go. Yeah.
Oh, that's how they say it. Sorry.
Is that my name again?
You whispering over there?
No, I was trying to figure out how Tom wobbles and he walks. So you, yeah, no, this is what someone said. So you would school him with one hand.
I'd school him with playing soccer.
And then
with my
it
feet
says,
with the ball.
Then it says, "Ha ha, diva, baby."
Is that Mike? That's not Mike.
It just says you guys' band's name. So
that's probably Mike.
so that was kind of cool. I was trying to think of what the hell is it? Oh, Tom Wobbles. I thought it was like the last name because they kept
Tom Wobbles.
No, because they
walks,
capitalized wobbles. So I think it. Oh,
when he walks, he wobbles.
He weebles and he wobbles.
Yeah.
So yeah, but so that's kind of cool that you guys have more genre and more type of music.
We do.
That you guys are going to be playing with the new person and everything else that you're.
We do, and he brings a different voice. So you know, I have a bluesy, raspy voice where he has a higher, just a higher voice in many like Queensryche voice / Steve Perry Journey voice / you know, just a higher range, really.
Like a tenor type.
Yeah, he just has a different voice than I do, and so we can do a lot more music now. And Brian and him, both of them write music, and so we did our first original.
All right.
We did our first original at the casino about 2 weeks ago.
Sorry, he says, "Yep, it's Mike."
Yeah.
How did that go? I mean, the first original.
It would have went great if I remembered like 2 of the lines, but you know,
you messed up.
You
messed up original song.
I did. Now that you know, nobody knows though, right? Because nobody's ever heard it.
Right,
so
right.
Well, we know it
so
now.
I felt better now, but yeah. So I screwed it up a little bit, but it's a good catchy song. In fact, I couldn't keep it out of my head for about a week. But it's a good catchy song, and we're in the middle of writing a few more. Both Brian and Jason both write.
Okay.
So I think at some point maybe we might even have a whole set of originals from us. Might take a year or 2, but it might.
I would love that, but when bands do that, I wouldn't want a whole set. I would want every other song or every 2 songs original, then another 2 covers and original.
And that's probably how we'll do it. I doubt we'll do like 1 set in a row and then 2 sets.
There's bands out there that just do one whole set. When if they play 3, they do 1 whole set of covers. Then the middle set is all originals. Then go back to covers. But you might lose people if you do that and they hear just originals in the first set or the last. I mean, you could do it the last set and see who's left.
I agree with that.
Just do that, and then if they don't like it, they just leave. But it's already late at night, anyways. So.
Our thought is to intersperse them like that.
Yeah.
And then we also have it is.
But
then we also have a different rule too. We'll play a new song 2 or 3 times, And if people don't get up and dance, or they get off the dance floor,
Yeah.
or if we look out and they're not engaged and don't give a crap about that song, even if we've learned it, we'll knock that off the list.
So,
So
I mean, that's a good way of doing it.
it is. I mean, I
That's a good way
hate to
to do
say it.
But I can only say on how you would do that. If the bar is not dancing anyways, what the whole set list goes away, because a lot of places don't dance.
No, but we'll put
Sandbar doesn't dance. A lot of people don't dance at the sandbar.
I think that you have to sit back and look at it.
Yeah.
because I wouldn't say they don't dance, because they do dance.
They do. Yeah, there's just not a lot of area to
Yeah,
it.
it's not a lot of room for it.
But if people are singing along,
Yeah.
like I'll see people singing
Oh,
along,
they
and
do
they're
that.
doing it
Hell
with their
yeah.
friends and that,
Yeah.
and they're just in their chair
in their
even,
chairs.
I'm considering that dancing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
If I
give you
can
that.
see that they're being engaged with it,
Yeah, a lot of people are engaged. I mean, even like some of the guys that are just watching any sport, and all of a sudden I'm watching people, and all of a sudden I see them mouthing the song and just mouthing the song while they're playing watching basketball. I said, they really get into it too. I mean, so yeah,
So that's being engaged.
yeah,
It is.
the engaged part is fine. I went, if someone doesn't dance, your guy's gonna drop it. Why?
no, it's just got to be engagement.
She's,
Yeah.
I mean, she's like she said, she's watching the whole crowd as
Mhm.
she's
Yeah.
doing. You're doing the song,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And when you do that, and you see people getting involved, even if it's like chair dancing,
Right. That's engaged to me.
yeah. So you don't want to
A
scrap
lot
it.
of people chair
Correct.
dance. A lot of people are afraid to go dancing.
Now
I
the
don't know
one that
why.
we do have to watch though, we call them like like foot tappers. Like if somebody's just foot tapping, it's just because they hear a beat. That doesn't necessarily mean they like the song.
Song, right.
You know what I mean?
That is
Really,
true,
that
right.
is because almost everybody, when there's ambient music, whatever, you're gonna tap your feet to it just as habit. Most people do.
Yeah.
So that's not what I mean by engagement. Like I want them singing
Well,
like to their buddies
they're
and like
looking
doing
right at
or
you
looking at
guys.
me as they're singing
Yeah.
it, or even then I know there's engagement.
and you got the hands going
Yep.
and doing the thing. Yeah. No, I'll pass.
Or
that.
if I walk
Thanks,
out,
Joe.
yeah, if I walk
No.
out into the crowd and people are dancing with me and
And
singing
you
with
do
me,
that
and
a lot.
I
You
do that a lot.
You-
Yeah,
Well, shit,
then-
if someone
Then they totally get engaged
absolutely.
once you're
Mhm.
in their face, and then they I think people love that kind of thing that you do.
99%. There's been one or two that I've done that too, and it was just resting bitch face the whole like, and I was like, not gonna try you again.
Pass.
Yep,
see it.
you're just the best one at debutante ball, aren't you? You're just your card's always filled.
If I didn't know who she was and she comes up next to me and starts dancing, hell yeah, I'll dance with that. Hell yeah.
There you
Why
go.
not?
Yeah. But
Shit.
that is the thing of a performer. If you get engaged with the crowd and show that you love what you're doing, people will definitely get back with you.
Yeah.
And sing your songs right along with you.
Well,
Absolutely.
it goes with like the Incredible Johnsons when he jumps on top of tables.
Yeah.
When he jumps on top of tables and jumps from table to table to table,
Or stands on the bar.
Or,
People
yeah.
get engaged.
people
Yeah.
get into it. And
Now, see, I didn't know if Tom would ever let me do that, so I've never tried it.
You should try it.
you should
Really?
try it.
Yeah,
Yeah. you
Give 'em
should.
Because
the
I've never seen any of the bands there do that.
Get
So
on
I've
the-
Uh,
get on the
actually,
bar. Get on the bar.
no
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, Incredible Johnson's the lead singer. He
Yeah.
gets on top of tables and jumps from table to table.
Because that means you command their attention. If you stand up on the bar, you're looking right at them. They're looking.
Do a
at
little
you.
bit of Coyote Ugly up there on
that's
the
all I
bar.
picture
and call
is
it
when-
good,
What's
huh?
she doing?
I used to dance on that bar when it was Vicky's.
How's it getting up on the bar?
You got on top
Or
of
to
a
stand
bar
on the
stool,
chair. To stand on the chair.
Get on a bar stool
Yeah.
and climb up.
Get one of those short chairs by the ones right next to the bar band.
Yeah.
Pull those chairs up and stand on it.
Yeah.
And you command attention.
Yeah.
No, a lot of bands
I think
do
so.
it. A
you
lot
have
of
a
bands
voice
do it,
that
so.
commands attention already.
It is. I've been told that my father was a salesman, and I used to watch him speak at these national conventions when I was young, and he didn't need a mic.
Oh, his voice carries.
He's like Tom Jones, like
Oh yeah,
didn't use a mic.
his voice carries.
That's how his voice was, and I remember thinking, I don't want to do that. Yeah, I'm like,
That's me.
I'm doing that. that was
me,
that
yeah,
was cool.
yeah.
Tom Jones.
Tom Jones.
I like that.
But my dad looks like Mike Ditka, so not
Seriously?
quite. Yeah, not quite
He
Tom
commands
Jones, but he looks
attention,
just
too.
like Mike Ditka.
Mike
so
Dick commands attention too.
Yeah.
At all times.
Big version of Mike Ditka or a thin version of Mike Ditka? Because now there's two versions of him.
well, my dad had two versions too, thin and thick. So
Either or. He won the battle. He won the battle.
got them both.
Yeah, he got them both. It don't matter.
He won the battle now.
So
Yeah.
with the different genre of music. How oldies do you get? I mean, like not R&B, but like Motown.
Well, we used to early on, we were picking some songs that were just too old. And I kept telling the band, and they agreed to, they're like, yeah, my big thing was I don't want to be a cover oldies band and I don't want to be a cover 80s band because I do feel like the 80s was like the mecca of good rock, right? To me, 80s and like late 70s, 80s, early 90s, a mecca of really good rock.
Yeah,
that's true.
But I'm like, I don't want to be pigeonholed into that. So kind of what we're doing now is we're trying to pick out, okay, do we have 10 from the 80s? We got 10, maybe 10 from the 90s, 10 from 2000s. What we're having a harder time finding is new music.
You won't find new music.
We're having such a hard time finding new rock music that people know.
Oh, you want rock though?
I want rock.
Okay.
I'm a rock, it's not very often where people are going to come out and watch me sing blues. I have to be at a specific bar for people to want to really listen to blues. And country's really easy. I mean, country music's just easy to sing.
What about R&B?
I like R&B. Aretha Franklin's probably one of my favorite singers of all time.
Yeah. Play that funky music, white boy?
No.
I just want to.
Yeah, not really, but
no, because of Mojo,
Tina Turner.
Tina Turner, I can sing anything Tina Turner.
Yeah.
To our Deaf Mojo fans out there, I said that just because of you guys. Because play that funky music.
Oh yeah.
Because they said they will never play that song.
Oh really? Yeah, I don't think we ever will either.
The guy that found Deaf Mojo, one of the founders, he pretty much said, "I'll never play that song ever again in my life." Yeah. And he said, "I did that part of my life, and so now I'm gonna ask for." Next time I see him, I'm gonna ask for it. So
you're gonna see if they'll do it.
Scream it.
Have everybody bring him a little piece of paper that has it as a request.
Yeah.
So
put it in there.
Now I'm asking every band, do you play that funky music?
Do you know the one song that I get requested all the time? And it's usually girls, but I've had a few gentlemen come up and ask me. It's always
Lady Marmalade?
No, Black Velvet.
Oh yeah. I can see that.
So you ever do that song?
No, I hate it. I hate it. I can sing it.
I can see you doing that song.
I'm not a fan of that song. And I think it's because I sang it a lot when I was. It's kind of the same. No, is it Savannah Miles or something like that? No. Wow. No, I can do a lot of heart too. In fact, Jason and I had we were going to sing "All I Want to Do." That was one of our songs today. Yeah. So we had that. We had a few others to sing. "Sex and Candy." That stripped down in an acoustic is pretty amazing. Yeah. Yeah.
Now I see you after a set, right? You go down the line and giving everybody hugs and
I do
and admiration and just
I do. And thank you. I thank everyone.
Thank you
I meet people. I know their names.
She wants a place to stay.
Just in case I need another ball player. That's really what it is. But
what part of that is that
half of it's the band, half of it's me.
Okay.
That's just the person that I am. My friends in Florida will tell you if I go into a bar, I'll know everybody's name before I leave. And they'll all know mine. Oh. And like if I go back 3 weeks later, they'll know my name.
And you still remember their names.
Yeah.
You still remember the name next time you go down there?
Lots of times.
Damn. I remember seeing, like I said, I remember seeing you just going down the line.
I do.
Everybody there, like sitting at the bar, right? Mm-hmm. You go down the line, give everybody hugs, high fives, the thank yous, and all that stuff.
Yes, thank you for coming.
Half the time they came there just to see her band.
Yeah.
She's local. Do. I mean, she has a great following.
Yep, and some of my graduates.
Really?
Yeah, so I have a lot of graduates that come in and hang out and watch me, and that's pretty awesome because it's like they're coming to see mom. Right. I know that sounds weird.
Or people that you work with come down and see.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Roger comes in a lot. He's one of our IT guys. He comes in. Jody and Joe are main staple. Jody's one of my best friends. She comes in a lot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And with Sabrina, she'll bring people in.
And then they have people to come, and they have people come, and I mean, every time I see your band and actually now
Misha and
Mojo.
Yeah, Misha and Didi. Yep. They come in all the time. Yep. And
big shouts out to those guys.
Of course, they're awesome too.
She watches my podcast. Misha does.
Yeah, she's pretty great. She's pretty great.
She came in Ace Hardware and says, "You guys' podcast is just it makes you laugh sometimes, especially when you guys go back and forth and then they pick on you. I went, yeah, thanks. Yeah, I enjoy all this.
Yeah, we get after Joe a lot sometimes. He says some things that like, it's time to make fun of you.
Well, you did say you wore a Speedo. I thought it was under the kilt, but now I'm going to buy you a Borat suit so you can just wear that.
I haven't had the balls
I
to wear that yet.
Dog.
I have a
wear
red one and a green one.
I haven't had the balls to wear one yet.
Oh, I should dog dare you to wear that. Yeah,
I haven't. I'll buy
all your drinks that night.
I want to do it for Halloween one day, but I can never
do it. You will win the costume contest.
I can never get the balls to wear it. I can't. I don't.
Yes, you can.
Okay, I'm gonna give you something funny.
It's a lot of drinking.
High five.
Yes, I'll pay for it too. I'll give you drinks all night.
I'll buy all your drinks.
I even practice a high five.
I'll buy you.
See, it's like almost
very nice.
It's very nice. High five. So yeah,
get an afro.
Yep.
A small afro. Yeah, dude.
I will
buy your drinks.
I had one because when I was the 70s guy. And I wore my afro, and it like came out to here. So yeah, I mean, I could do it. I don't have the balls to wear it.
You should. I had on.
I would never take a picture with you.
Yes, you would.
No.
Yeah, you would.
Yes, you would.
Yeah, you would. Just like this.
Yeah. Rubbing his.
You might like have a nipple. Yeah,
right. It's tough. That's a tough one to wear. I haven't done it yet. I haven't done it. I just haven't. Oh.
So I played in Florida with a bunch of my girlfriends, and one of them, and this is Tessa. Tessa is like the most beautiful, like 6-foot blonde. Like when you think of Barbie, she is it, right? She's from Florida. She has all these friends in Florida. So I thought, okay, I'm going to buy that one-piece suit that looks like it's got hair all over it. Have you seen that? It's got like nipples and like chest hair. It's got ass hair on it, like a whole thing. And I thought, I'm not going to tell them. So I had the suit on underneath my clothes, and we get there, and she's like, all right, who's going out first? Now she's got all her friends who I have not met. I've never met these people.
And you're wearing that.
So I was like, all right. Take off my shirt. I walk out. Her face. I have never seen. I walk out onto the court. Now they're playing. I was like, hey, any of you guys got a smoke? I'm straight out of the trailer park. I need a smoke. And they stopped the play, and they just stared at me like I was some psychotic nutbag.
And you played in it?
All day.
Yes.
All day. And it was the best. People were walking past us just. They would like drop their stuff and watch. It was the best. It was the best.
See, I do that kind of stuff too. I just don't care what people
think.
Value. Yeah, it's not the shock value. It's
it's definitely shock value.
Oh, it is. It's shock value, but you know what? It's just fun.
It's just fun. It was just you.
Fun.
It's just having a good time, and it doesn't care. I don't care if people stare and ask me questions and take pictures with me and anything like that. When I wear my Speedo,
I think you'd love it.
I didn't care.
You'd love it.
When did you wear your Speedo?
I did it for Halloween.
He was taking the pictures with everyone.
Everybody takes pictures with her. I said, "Can I take a picture with you? This is an awesome costume." I went,
just Jonas Speedo. That's your costume.
Yeah,
I was. Were you?
Speedo.
Were you
Michael Phelps?
Swimmer?
I was an Olympic swimmer.
Okay.
With my dad bod.
Oh, okay.
With my dad bod and my chest hair and everything else, and
goggles
and the swim cap.
The swim cap, yeah, definitely.
And I wore 2 medals, 1 gold, 1 silver. So whatever I won, that's the one I'm gonna flip on top.
Okay, so we're playing for Tom for Halloween, so I need to see this again.
Oh,
I need to see this. I'm so excited. Halloween's on a Friday, and I'm a forever Halloween person.
I dress something different usually for Halloween, and I love Halloween, and I dress up for Halloween, and I'm usually something funny now.
I am a forever Halloween girl.
I am too. I love Halloween.
To me, there's nothing better than Halloween.
I always have to ask Tom before I wear some of my costumes because I always say, I'm going to be half naked. He says, I think you just like being naked. I said, well, sometimes I do.
Sometimes.
He's walking around.
One day I wore
that's me as Ace Ventura.
Oh, you did that?
And the tutu, I had my hair up.
I wanted to do that. But I'm thinking, people think I'm making fun of it.
That's Morticia. So I was Morticia.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one. Yeah.
I was Dorothy. From Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, he was.
Austin Powers.
All right. Yeah.
I even had the chest hair.
Check
this shit out. Look at my chest hair. I had the teeth.
Yeah, the
I had
teeth. I was looking at the teeth.
I had the chest hair. I had all of it.
I was,
Fabulous.
you know, the skit from Saturday Night Live with Chris Farley and Patrick Swayze when they're Chippendales.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
I was Chris Farley. I wear a Chippendale with hair
This
and
one?
cummerbunds. Yep.
Yeah.
I did that 1 year. What was that? I was a granny with a big old butt and a cane.
I remember that one.
I think that's fabulous.
I mean, I just don't care.
This is a really funny thing that he did. He came in with like these basketball pants.
That's when
Yeah.
I just wanted to wear the Speedo and just come
yeah,
down.
it wasn't even Halloween.
It wasn't even Halloween. It was like Labor Day or 4th of July
and this
weekend.
band was playing, and he just started dancing, and then in front of him, he pulled these basketball pants.
Sure.
off, pulls them off, and starts dancing, and the band stopped. It stopped.
They stopped and they went.
What the hell?
Then all of a sudden they got into it and they started playing again. They kept on playing all night.
The
Then I
band
sat at the
totally
bar.
Stopped.
Then I sat at the bar and I was sitting at the bar drinking beer, talking to him, and all of a sudden the guy sits down and
All right. You do you, man.
and I said, "What's up?"
Yeah,
So,
that's
yeah.
the type of guy
I'm so
doing it.
excited because I did Hound Tom for Halloween because that's my favorite holiday.
Yeah.
So
So you're gonna dress up?
absolutely.
Oh, of
Yeah,
course.
absolutely. Last time
Now I have to dress up.
now you have to
I
dress
have
up.
to dress up.
You have to, and I'm gonna probably contact you and be
Yeah,
like,
I will
Dang.
I will dress up. I will dress
Okay.
up.
That's on a
Normally I don't do it because
It's-
I like to be comfortable. I'm busy.
well, yeah, you're busy
It's a
doing
Friday.
that.
The one time I dressed up as was it the Black Jedi Samuel
Yeah.
L. Jackson?
Yeah, you dressed up like Samuel L. Jackson 1 year.
Mace Windu.
He wore that. He wore the
That's
thing.
great.
I was hot as hell.
That is great.
I
though.
like the.
You, I bet you had like a Holocaust cloak on, right?
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
big cloak and
I'm like,
everything.
holy
Oh,
shit! I'm trying to make drinks and
You're sweating.
sleeves are getting in the way. I was like, never.
What
again.
you're from?
And this suit cost me like $100. I mean, it was
dude, that's
nice.
right.
I mean, like it was layers and layers of material.
Some stuff.
Oh
What
my
was the other
God.
one that you were? The black guy from what's that? Dave Chappelle.
Oh yeah, I was Tyrone Biggums,
Yeah,
the crackhead.
the crackhead
Oh,
from Chappelle
People
show.
love that one.
Is that Let me put my hands for a dime. Is that one?
No, it's
No, that's Chris Rock.
That's Chris
It's
Rock.
the
That's in a
one-
different movie.
it's
That's
the
a.
one where he's
Oh, he's got like white.
yeah.
And he had white powder. He was.
I had the
That's
whole
so
nine yards.
awesome.
I looked just like him, and
Yeah, he
people
did.
loved it.
That was a
People
good
loved
one.
it.
That's hilarious,
Yeah.
though.
But he doesn't dress up a lot though. He doesn't when he
That was
works.
that right there was comfortable. I could wear that all day. It's like
Yeah.
a hoodie.
It's not. It's still just regular clothes, and you
Exactly,
can.
exactly.
Yeah,
I
can
go
see
all.
that.
I go all out. 1 year I was abominable snowman. I was 6 foot
See,
tall.
you and I would do Halloween well.
I was 6 foot tall. I was actually
was that you?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. And then when I play my character, I don't speak. I don't do nothing. I just walk around, take pictures, or have a drink. And I have cards say what I want to drink, so I don't have to speak.
Did you ever go to Comic-Con?
No.
Oh, I've been
was
to
it?
Comic-Con. That
Have
was
you
fun.
really?
I was Fran Janovich from Dodgeball. I
Oh,
had the
really?
hair. I had the unibrow, red lip. Oh yeah, and my son was
And a
white.
jacked up teeth.
He was white, yes, and he was White Goodman with the big handlebar mustache.
Oh, yeah.
And then the rest of my family wore the average Joe's outfit. They had the whole basketball
That's
gold
awesome.
and red, and people were taking pictures of all of us together as the whole the whole dodgeball team.
Oh, another good one when I was
It's
really
fun.
into it when I was going to South Bend and doing costume contests. I was Jigsaw, and I had a little tricycle and a little recorder.
Yeah,
And I was just riding around on a little thing and going up to people and bumping into them.
I would have kicked you.
And
I would have kicked you.
had
Yeah.
James,
We gotta
I'd have
fight.
kicked you, Joe.
I had a thing that said "Play Me."
That's what I didn't know you.
Dude, it was awesome.
Yeah,
Even if I knew you, I
I'm
would
not
punch you in the
gonna lie,
face.
because
That's
those things I love scary movies, but I don't like torture.
Yes, that's all more.
And that would have freaked me out. And honestly, I would have booted you right in the head. Just had ran. I would have just
I was.
karate kicked the crap out of you and ran.
But the one that I was always pissed off that I switched to funny stuff was when I went down to South Bend, won there, and then I came up here and did a couple of contests here, and I lost to, I think I was when Michael Myers' second movie came out with Rob Zombie. I was that, and I lost to someone that dressed up like Pee Wee Herman.
What?
Oh,
Yeah, someone dressed like Pee Wee Herman, had the Pee Wee Herman suit, had the boots, and all of a sudden started
That's
dancing.
impressive. That's
And
impressive.
started dancing
yeah.
like Pee Wee Herman. I went, oh, yep. And I was so pissed. I was so pissed because I got second and this person got first just because it's something funny. Because my eyes back then was Halloween's supposed to be scary. Halloween's supposed to be something, but I lose to something stupid like this one person was Britney Spears smoking a cigarette with a baby and her boyfriend.
I don't know why that's funny.
And her boyfriend was K-Fed and he was all tattooed up and with a wife beater on. Yeah, and I got third at the 1 year, and they got second. I went. So after a while, I said, "Fuck it, I'm going funny."
Going funny.
Going funny wins right now. So.
Yeah, we did. My youngest son and I did Dumb and Dumber together.
Yeah,
and we ran to every house, which was even funnier because we were pushing each other.
Did you wear the suits, or did you have?
Oh no, we had the suits. We had the canes.
So my friend dressed like Dumb and Dumber, and they had a moped. They had a small moped.
Yes. I remember that one.
Yeah.
My friends, they went. I
even had the blonde hair.
Yep, my two friends would go all out like you guys do and like I do, and they were phenomenal. They were Dumb and Dumber. They were Anna Nicole Smith and the old guy. Every time he played the part, he didn't leave that wheelchair. So every time you see him, he's against the wall or in a corner while she's out partying and having a good time and dancing and drinking and all this other stuff. He was just in the wheelchair.
In the chair.
And he played the part well. They were a lot of fun stuff. 1 year he was Hannibal Lecter, and
with the
mask,
thing,
but he was tied up to the
really
a dolly, and he just stood there and connected to it. But I think the best one was Hunters, and he when he was on the show, actually he admitted it. He only did it in 1 day. He was Wilson from
from the ball. Wilson.
He was Home Improvement.
Home Improvement.
Oh, that Wilson with the fence.
He said I took the fence from my own backyard. I cut the little half of it and put it on a stick and had the hat on. And all I walked around was like this.
That's fabulous.
And I went, and he actually got like in the top 5, I think, but it was hilarious. I went, and he said, I just thought of it that day.
But that's really good.
Went, damn.
I know every year, like one of the years we did, I don't have a picture of it.
I love it.
I sewed, the movie Aliens, right?
Yeah.
You know, the thing that sticks on your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sewed those and made them. I made 2 for me and my son.
Yeah.
So they went like this, like around your face, and then even wrapped around your neck, like the tails wrapped around your neck.
Cool as hell.
And like all the legs.
You made those?
It took me 3 months to make 2.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it took me 3 months.
That's awesome.
And we had a blast. But what was bad was very few people knew what it was. And they were actually really good.
I would have known right away because I
know what
that
it was.
movie.
Yeah.
Yes. There were a few people that walked to the door and went, "Oh, that's scary as hell." They were like, "That's alien. That's scary." And they talked to me for a while. They're like, "How long did you?" And it was made out of pipe cleaners, nylon stockings, and cotton.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How creative is that?
Yeah.
That's very creative.
Yeah. We had a ball though. My son and I like trying these things on as I'm sewing them,
Are you going trick-or-treating with him?
Every time.
And how old is he?
He's 17 now. I got 25, 20, and 17.
You sound like my mom.
Still trick or treat.
You sound like my mom because my mom went trick-or-treating with me because she didn't dress up, but we went all out like my costumes where I was like a hobo and I carried a plastic bag.
Did you live on a beach?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah,
it was a
mantra. Right
it was a hobo, and it was like right here, and it was a fake hand, and I was carrying a bag. So every time, then that bag was the trick or treat bag. Okay. So, but my hand popped out.
I scared the crap out of people.
It scared the crap out of them.
That's good. That's good. That's cool. So
I like it.
And me and my mom, we always went thrift shopping to look for all these hobo clothes and made the outfit, and she was all. And carrying a stick like she was my hobo partner and stuff like that. So yeah,
I think that's great. We walked. I had all 3 kids with me at one point.
Now
we run into these houses. We run.
See,
we run.
We stopped trick or treating because my mom started passing out candy, and I was Jason leaning up, and I had like 5 layers.
So you were
on.
there to scare the
And
shit
I
out of all
scared
the
out
kids.
kids. So I had Jason and Michael Myers costume. So I was the Jason one, and the Michael Myers was here, and they were stuffed with looked like hay coming out of the hands, and I had mine coming out of hands, and I wore like 3 layers. So kids came up and said, "Are these real?" My mom said, "No, you can touch it. See, they feel fake." They touched me, and they felt the hay and everything else. And all of a sudden, if I knew they were young enough to get scared,
Yeah.
all of a sudden I moved a little bit, and they said, and they looked. That thing just moved.
That's fun.
And all of a sudden, when
No,
they're
no, it
fun.
didn't
That's
move at
fun.
all.
That's
when they went past the steps, so I know they won't trip down the steps, my mom's like, "Go!" So I jump up and jump down, and they all take off running and everything.
I think that's great.
That's funny as
I
hell.
love passing out candy though. I'll still do
we
that.
we live too far in the country. Nobody comes to the house in our like driveways, so we just go everywhere else.
You go trick or treat.
Yeah, I have never put out a candy because we've never had them.
Right.
She puts
Even
on-
my husband stayed home for like 3 years, 4 years,
Nobody showed
Not
up.
one.
Not
and so
not a
now he
person.
just drives it. Of course, we all load in the back of the truck. We sit on the back.
oh, so you do the truck to treat?
Yeah, we
and
do
all that?
truck, and then we run
Yeah.
we run. You cannot walk. If you walk, you're going back in the truck. You run to every house because that's what's fun, right? But the funny thing was we pulled up to this old lady, and she looks at me and she goes, "Oh, you're so nice as a big sister to take these kids." And my daughter looks at me, she goes, "Big sister?" I was like, "Shut it."
No,
Like, you're right. Thank
You
you.
should have said yes. I
I
am
did.
a big
I was
sister.
like, "Thank
More
you."
like
and
a
that's
big
when you look at your
kid.
daughter and says, "Yeah, see, I'm still young."
I still got it.
It's all right. I'm not gonna tell that story. Never mind.
Go ahead, tell it.
No, you'll make fun of me on this one.
Oh, come on.
You want
That's part.
Yeah,
Yes.
You're
Come on,
wearing the
Joe.
Speedo again? We need to know. Come on.
Actually, it's like scenario what you just said. So
Oh,
me and my mom we went to like the South Bend Mall, UP Mall, and all that when I was in my 20s or whatever. She wanted to get something for my dad. She needed my help. Opened up the door for her, and this guy says, "That's nice, you're holding up the door for your wife." I went, "My what?" Yeah, I said, "My what?" And he says, "This is not your wife?" I said, "How old do you think I am?" My mom said, said, "Thank you. I am that young." Mom.
way to go, Mom. Way to go.
I said, "Mom, we're my mom." Says, "Yeah, but that's a compliment. I'm taking it."
It is every time. But I'm super excited. So now both of you are going to have to dress up on Halloween because that's
I
when we're
always dress
playing.
up.
So
Yeah, now,
Yeah,
see,
now
I
you have to.
Now
I
I
Now
always
you
dress
have
up.
to.
I just got to figure out what
You heard it
costume
here
I
first,
wanna-
guys. I'm forced to do a Halloween
I got to
costume.
figure out what I'm going to be. People always ask me now, "What are you going to do this year?" It's a surprise. It's whatever I decide.
I'm
It's a
goofy
new-
almost every time.
It's a
but
new costume this year, so
I don't really know because there's only one time I've done a Halloween show with the band, and I was Catwoman,
so is the whole
which
band.
turned out well. I mean,
Yeah.
it looked great, but I just don't know how to dress up. Like, I like to dress up goofy. So like the sexy part of that stuff is not me. That's even though was Catwoman one time. I'm like, wow, can I go in the, like the big ninja outfit, with the big sumo wrestler outfit? And the band's like, no. Like,
Yeah, that's too
So-
much. isn't it?
No.
Yeah. Can't move.
So-
yeah.
So is your whole band gonna be themed around you? Like if you're gonna like say
No,
Say-
they do their own thing.
no,
I
say if
mean,
you were
Catwoman.
Catwoman
Yeah.
or the Addams Family.
would they be like the Joker?
Yeah,
and
would they
then,
other
and then
be-
Batman? And
Yeah.
then- we haven't done that yet.
That'd be cool as hell if you did that.
That would be actually pretty cool.
Somebody did
Or-
the penguin in the
Yeah.
back,
Or
the drummer.
if they're all the if you're Morticia again, someone else is something else from
Wednesday,
Wednesday or
Yeah,
Uncle
well, actually,
Fester.
I've already been. So I was already Uncle Fester too. So my next one.
You really? Oh, she's
Your
got,
Uncle
Come on.
she's got proof.
Come
I
on
see
now.
Uncle Fester. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Uncle Fester is pretty classic.
I
Yeah.
tried to create the It because of It. You have a light bulb in your mouth.
Do you know nobody knew who this
That's
was?
awesome.
But nobody knew who it was.
I would have.
None of the kids knew who. Nobody knew who this was. And that's some robe I picked up at the Goodwill. It was some nasty brown robe. Of
Yeah.
course, I threw it in the wash though. I was like, I don't know what.
Well,
got
I
it.
said to wash it
But
first.
I had like 2 bald caps, and then I went and bought the one thing. I went to the actual like FX store or whatever it is.
I just remembered something else. I was Elsa from Frozen.
You were who?
No, were you really?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, I was Elsa
Where's
for
the
Frozen.
pictures of these? I need to see this.
You have no pictures, do you?
I need
Yeah.
to see this.
I have a picture of all of them. Every
Oh,
single one of my
yes.
costumes.
We need like a big collage.
I-
That's
yeah.
what you need
I
to
was,
hear.
I was,
We need
Collage
a
or something.
collage of that.
I was Elsa, and I was singing the song "Let It Snow."
Oh no, you were not.
Yes.
Bullshit.
I'll bring it up. I'll bring it up in a
Alright,
little bit. But
I gotta see proof of this.
that was an awesome costume. It was kind of tight, but it was really.
Well,
tight.
that's because it was made for a 12-year-old girl, Joe. Like, that's why-
Actually,
that's
I
who
got
wears
the
Elsa
adult version.
costumes.
Exactly why
I'm sorry,
why
I
it was
got
tight.
the adult version. Hello, and it was still tight on my back.
Yeah, it's a petite woman.
The wig was awesome though. I like the wig because it made me feel I had long hair again.
I went as Peg Bundy one year, dressed in like a belly dancer's thing,
Yeah.
but then I had a smoke. A big smoke, and I had the big bouffant red hair.
He says,
Ow!
I love Married Children. Man. That was one of my favorite shows.
That was one of mine too. Like
Oh,
honestly,
growing
that,
up? Oh man,
that was that
Loved
MASH.
it.
So
I'm a huge MASH fan.
Really?
Huge MASH fan.
I never got into that.
Love MASH.
Hawkeye.
I never got into that. I
Like me
mean,
some Hawkeye.
Hawkeye
it
was-
always
Hawkeye
came
Pierce,
on
yes, I do.
Hawkeye was my
WGN.
first.
I like WGN
It
too.
came on
Those guys on channel,
WGN
right?
on Sundays.
WKRP. I'm sorry. I
I
also
was gonna
love
say
WKRP
W-
is just
yeah.
Snap,
WGN is a
Yeah,
channel.
yeah. But I love
It's a station.
WKRP. I also I'm aging myself.
I actually love.
But
WGN.
Cheers,
here.
I loved Cheers.
Me too.
I
feel
loved Night Court.
Night Court is funny.
I like the
Yes.
Yeah.
old Night Court, not the new Night Court.
Yeah, I like the old one. I like that.
Yeah.
But,
But-
John, what's his name's?
Let's go.
Like,
Yeah.
no, not
No,
it's,
yeah,
it's like
he-
it's like it starts with an L.
Yeah, yeah,
The lawyer.
yeah.
He was in the new one, I think.
Yeah,
in
he
the new
was.
one.
But my thing is with WKRP, that's why I became a DJ.
Is it really?
Fly Trap.
Yeah. Actually, no.
Was it Fly Trap?
No, it was.
That was a fun
Uh,
show.
Was it
to watch.
Lonnie Anderson?
Yeah.
Lonnie, yeah.
I don't know. That was
Actually, my mother-in-law looks just like Lonnie Anderson.
Does she really?
So
Really?
yeah, very pretty lady.
who actually who was the night guy?
That was Fly Trap.
Yeah, Flight Trap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Johnny. Because
No, not Johnny Fever.
yeah, not Johnny Fever. Yeah.
And not
Flight
Les Nessman.
Trap. Yeah, no, not Les.
Yeah, definitely. Not less,
But the
less
turkey episode's still my favorite. You know,
My
from
mom
the
actually bought my
Thanksgiving.
dad bought that shirt. It says he wears it for Thanksgiving. I thought turkeys could fly, and it has turkeys falling out of the plane. A helicopter, I mean. Yeah.
That's,
yeah.
that's such a great show.
But yeah, I mean, that's only one reason I wanted to get into DJ and play records and play music because
Really?
it was the best show. I mean, that made me want to do it.
WKRP? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Thanks for learning about you, Joe.
I
All
know,
right.
that's weird, isn't it?
So how did you guys get into like? I noticed that you are interviewing more music people. Has it always been music people?
Not necessarily because
But
Joe.
it's something I've noticed. I noticed you guys do a lot of music.
Yes, Joe. Please elaborate.
To be honest, the music people have more openings than most people,
They're-
Oh,
and
well.
they're more. They're more.
and
flexible.
they want to advertise themselves a little bit more. But next week we have food coming on, so
two
No.
episodes of food. I mean,
we have a
let's-
chef coming on Monday, and then we have a guy that runs a food truck coming on Wednesday.
that's pretty cool.
yeah. So we
We
definitely trying to venture out and do all those.
I try not to book so much of the same stuff, but
Right.
sometimes.
But I
that's-
noticed like it's. I think the music thing is good
Yeah.
because it also allows people to
venture out.
venture. Well, not only that, but you just don't see us,
Right.
you know, out there. Now you know a little bit about my band too.
Exactly.
And I actually think my band's very different group.
What's up, Jimmy?
Like I got
Sorry, Jimmy said WKRP was awesome.
yes. Thank you, Jimmy. It was. But I think that like my two guitarists, or my bassist and one of my guitarists, like they're both engineers, which is pretty fascinating because they're, you know, when to listen to them, And I teach physics, and so to listen to them, I do understand a little bit of what they talk about with frequency and wavelength and
That's
all that
so
kind of
weird.
stuff.
You teach physics.
Yeah, I know. Since I cheated in high school in my physics class.
Just like a sailor.
I do to the behest of my mother. I know she yells at me a lot, but they're pretty fascinating. Mike's he's at a bank. Jason paints. I mean, he's at a factory, but we just have a very eclectic group.
Yeah.
And what's awesome is like all of us get along, which I think is rare for
God, I
a
hope
band.
so.
I think that's rare for a band. I don't.
No, it's not rare because a lot of the guys that we bring on, they talk nonstop about one another. I mean, every band member that we ever
And they
brought
hang
on,
out.
and they
Not
hang
only
out.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like the last group and even Jimmy's group, they are all from all over South Bend, Michigan.
Yeah.
Grand
Everywhere.
Grand Rapids,
Yeah.
because Def Mojo, when they were on Monday, they one guy's from Grand Rapids, one guy's here, and then they just meet
And
at
he's-
his house,
He's the central hub.
and the other
Yep.
3 are in Elkhart. So they had to drive an hour no matter what to see this guy. So they said jokingly, "Well, are you going to be at the band practice?" They all say that, and he says, "Well, yeah, you're all coming to my house. I guess.
I guess I'll have to be there. I have to open the door.
Exactly.
But
I guess I got to be.
we
here.
practice at Mike's
Yeah.
in his basement. So and he's kind of central hub, even though like I teach up here, so I'm already up here. Brian and Dave live up here at Coloma-ish.
Yeah,
somewhere.
that's still local.
Yeah, and Jason's in Niles, but I also live in Niles. So when I'm not up here, I still got to drive up too. So it's yeah. We just kind of all found each other, which was nice.
You're gonna do your job for the
Yep,
hour.
we're at the top of the hour, guys. 9 p.m. This is right now. We are doing the third I Truth There podcast, episode 71, with our guest. I'm gonna say it, Ildiko.
What's with you
That's it.
squinting like this?
I had to
Learn that from you, Joe.
You did this.
I
right here.
go up. You're
go up. I
you're
squint
going down.
I put my shoulders together. Make sure I got it right.
Touch the scaps a little bit. Just touch the scalp.
Ildiko.
What you're doing, being like Pat.
Hi.
Shut up. Now, at least I didn't go up like a weirdo, like a.
Oh, yeah, I'm a
jack in the
weirdo
box.
going up. I'm just trying to emphasize the name.
Anyway, guys, if you guys are watching on YouTube, please hit the like, subscribe, and
People are.
the bell notification so you can get more content when we put it out.
And thank you for having me on here too. I certainly appreciate
exactly.
it. I'd love to come back again anytime.
And
You're
not only-
welcome.
And not only that,
Thank you. I said both of you guys,
if you guys
James
wanna,
and Joe.
if you guys want to donate, we have a Q&R code on the side of the podcast right now. Buy a coffee for us
I like soda.
and donate. It'll be more than we definitely appreciate everything that you guys doing for us. And not only that, watching us, it makes us our algorithm go up a little bit more.
And we like gifts. I like Dr. Pepper right now. Can't drink. Oh, no, actually, I like wine.
Joe,
I like wine. Bring my
Joe.
line up when Lent's done. I can
Joe.
drink my wine.
Joe, shut up. Anyway,
Crowd
guys,
doesn't like
thank you for all your support. We appreciate you guys. All right, let's get back to this podcast.
All right, so to get back in the podcast, I have tons of questions in my head about your band.
Yeah, Raucous
So-
Leo. Raucous Leo.
Yes,
Mhm.
that is your band. That's not my question.
You want to know what's really funny about that?
No,
We thought that
Yeah,
name,
I do.
the name Raucous was actually a well-known word. It's apparently not.
no,
It's not.
it's not.
See, I thought it.
I
See,
had-
I thought it was.
I thought it was.
I had a
It
feeling-
sounded-
I thought it
sounded
was
like
too.
Yeah.
I had a feeling.
I see it all the time. Like when I'm reading, I see that word. I see ruckus and I see raucous all the time. So I was like, everybody knows that word. No, apparently not.
Not so much.
So since the last time you were on, like, once again,
Mhm.
how many more places have you been playing at around the Southwest?
We're actually
South
trying to
Bend
get
area?
into South Bend a little bit more. So we've played at what used to be Zoli's, which is now starts with a C, Kalupa's.
Oh, that's a place I can never remember.
Yep, it's now
Yes,
Kalupa's, and then we're
yes.
playing at Cheers
Oh, you
out
are?
there in Roseland. Yeah, in October. I believe that's in October.
Yes.
We're playing in Grand Rapids. We're playing in Grand Rapids at the
Yeah.
Log Cabin this weekend on Saturday at 9:00.
Nice.
So we're trying to branch out into some different places instead of just right here in the
Regional.
same.
So when you do that, do you guys drive back or do you ask for a place up there?
I just drive back.
You guys just drive back?
Yeah, because it's an hour and 45 minutes, and
Not that
if
far.
I get out of there at midnight, I get home at 2 a.m. It's fine.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nah.
So if you did play a little farther out, say Indy, And
Yeah.
you got into
Then I'd stay.
you guys would you guys ask for a place more
They're
money?
not gonna pay that.
More money for you guys?
We might, but the likelihood is that these places, there's so many bands, people don't want to, unless you're a well-known band, like
Right.
you're well-known,
yeah.
they're not going to pay that.
Okay.
And as you're just coming in, let's say you're basically paying for peanuts just to play the first time to prove yourself that you're a good band to the bar.
I got it.
Yeah. So there's a lot of places that will take a hit on payment just to get in the area and get our foot in a door.
Yeah.
And we did that the first time at Log Cabin. They loved us, so they've asked us back multiple times now. So we have a couple gigs up there.
You think it's harder to find places around here, bar or winery wise?
Yes. Not everybody wants a rock band.
See, that's what actually Def Mojo said, but they said they're not having a hard time. They just want to get their name more out there.
Us too.
And
Yeah.
they said they rock it out. I mean, they said they even do weddings if they really want some rock.
So when
band
we're
wedding,
doing a personal birthday
but
thing like an hour from South Bend South.
it's that way.
South is that way.
South, this way.
That's the lake, isn't it?
Oh, this
No,
is
that's the lake.
This is the lake.
That's south. There you go. South that way.
Oh, south is,
And
I have to think of okay.
and
Yeah,
I'm-
south
and I-
that way.
And I'm drinking water.
I'm not. I know where south was.
I know.
Had to orientate myself here.
That's okay.
That's why she's a physics major.
No, what?
She doesn't know.
Actually, no, I can actually get myself around fine.
I bet you can. But my thing is with the whole, would you rather play a bar or a winery
Bar.
or a brewery? One of the two.
I'm gonna say bar.
I've
sorry.
played at a brewery.
mean-
I've played at Pawpaw Brewery. That was actually pretty kick ass. We were outside. It was
Oh,
their big.
They have.
It was awesome. It was an outside stage. They had a sound guy there, a very good sound guy, and we killed it. Like we killed it that night. And it was their big party night for the summer.
Yeah.
So they brought in a couple bands. We were their headliner.
All right.
It was fabulous. We did a really good job there.
I didn't think they did bands out there.
Yeah.
At Paw Paw.
Now you
Yep.
know.
And
Yeah.
inside they also have a big stage, but it's more
Yeah,
acoustic
It's
on
more
the
acoustic
inside.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But outside, you had free range.
It
to
was
do
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we did the FOP up here. Not FOP. Was it the FOP?
Yeah. You mean not FOP? It's the
There was a bunch of, they were all cops. It was all cops and they're all bikers. And I forget the,
FOP.
yes, they were,
American Legion.
no, I can't remember their,
Where is
they
it
actually
at?
call themselves something. It was at like
I
they had
mean,
a giant party for all of them at a field.
Oh,
We
really?
we
Yeah.
played on a big trailer and there was 100 some people. It was fabulous. I mean, it was, I loved that because it's just, you just go out there and sing. There's not,
do you ever play Phoenix?
I have not played at the Phoenix, but I've been told it's very smoky.
Yes, it is.
I don't know if that's going to go well with my voice.
It might get
Once you
raspier.
get smoky.
I may not be able to sing what I want to
You might
sing
not-
by
you
the
might-
third set,
Yeah. You
and
might
that's
not-
my only
Yeah.
that's my only issue. I'd love to play there. I heard there's some great bands that are there, but that's
Time
my
to time,
one.
yeah.
That's my one issue. I don't know if I can do the smoke.
Mr.
Right.
G's.
We've tried to get into Mr. G's. I've tried. There's a couple places that just won't call us back. QBX won't call us back. Mr.
Really?
G's won't call us back.
Well, for being in Niles, and
I know, and I'm hometown there. Like I can go
that's
to
what I'm
QBX.
saying.
I do the 3rd Street Trail all the time. Drink at QBX all the time. At QBX all the time.
Yeah.
Diane's the owner.
And they won't let. Is it because you're local? You
I
think?
don't know.
Are you?
I do
Because
play at
you're
Jay's a
local.
lot.
I was-
Jay's
I like
actually,
Jay's.
well, Jay's is one of my that's my hometown bar.
I like Jay's. I like that when they have music and they play it outside, and it's
Yep.
right there
Yeah.
in that little tent area that they have
Yep.
now. And
We've only played under
That's
their
nice.
like little other room pavilion.
yeah. Oh,
Big-
really?
But most of the time it's been cold when we've played. We always play the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. That's our biggest night.
Yeah.
And we're always booked there on that night. So, but Jay's is pretty awesome to us. They gave us really our first, Jay's and Sandbar gave us our first try.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I'm always kind of indebted to both Jay's and Sandbar.
Oh, sorry. Jimmy. Sorry, I always have to look down at my phone sometimes. Mike, what's his last name?
My mic?
Yeah, has to be.
Some night.
Sounds like
Thank you, thank you. I'm not gonna try to sound that out. Is a great guy and drummer. I played with Jason in Sunker Punch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jason's my other guitarist.
Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you for watching too.
Yeah. Thank you, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Is that Jimmy Colford?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, Mikey talks about Jimmy all the time.
Jimmy's a great drummer too. He is, and he's a man of all bands.
No, I don't
Yeah,
think
if
I've actually
you-
met Jimmy
if
yet,
you-
though.
He
So.
jumps
haven't
around.
met- you never
he's all over
met
the place.
Jimmy?
I don't think
He's
I've
all
met
over.
him yet.
He's all over the place. He's really good.
Yeah,
That's what I've
Really
heard.
cool
If
guy.
you ever need a full fill in, Jimmy probably do it.
Probably do it.
Keep that in mind.
He plays everything from country, everything. Actually, he plays everything.
Well, like I said, I think there's just out here. It's difficult to get a good rock band in any of these bars.
It's how you sell it. I mean, you just said
Yes
like
and
your
no.
dad. No, like your dad. And you can go to any bar and make that band sound great.
Oh, I
Oh,
can.
yeah.
You just got to be more persistent and push it. Like I do with this podcast. I contact people until they get annoyed by me.
Which is
Until
which
I
is the
want an
Winers
answer.
at 221?
2121.
2121. We're playing out there this summer.
It's a great place.
Yeah, so
It's
we're
a great
playing on
place.
their outside patio
It
this
is.
summer. And the
You'll like
owner's
it.
name is
Yeah.
She's a lovely lady.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think
She's
she's
firecracker.
Yeah, I know. That's
She's
why we got
firecracker.
along great.
Yeah.
And her husband, I believe it's her husband.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I met him too, and he's pretty cool.
Yeah, they all
Yeah.
both are.
Yeah, so we're booked out there. I'm excited for that. But I've not played it I tried to get down to Round Barn.
They're kind of picky because they're not I mean, even most of the bands I see down there are not
Not rock bands,
not even that. They're not a lot of local
bands.
and you might have a couple 2-piece, 3-piece band that's
Yeah.
playing on that stage, but that's not a lot of heavy or it's more laid back.
When you
wine
have a
drinking music.
winery, like I said, they don't do heavy rock. Nobody's going to listen
Right.
to Queensryche
I would.
and
Exactly.
and Warren and Guns
Shit.
N' Roses when
I
they're
would
trying
in
to
a
drink
heartbeat.
wine. I don't know. Well, the girls in their little flowy prairie dresses, and all
but
that
they'll
crap.
still dance.
Summer dresses.
Summer dress, but
Yeah.
they're just that's not the vibe. It's
I-
not. It's just at the wineries. It's not the vibe.
Well, look,
Jeans, t-shirts.
look at what's
Yeah.
going on at Warner. Warner's getting all these bands, Ted Nugent
That's
and
true.
all these other
That's
bands.
true,
Bone
I've actually
Thugs
been
and
pretty-
Harmony.
dude. They've been getting some great. They had
Yeah.
Bob Marley's
No, the Whalers.
the Whalers
Yeah,
there.
they had the Whalers last year.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that's actually what brought me up to Warner's. I was like, what kind of other bands do they have there? They're
Yeah.
getting some really good bands in there. I thought it was
yeah.
pretty
Oh,
fabulous.
that was the other one. Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yes.
Twista.
Oh, didn't you say something about that?
Yeah, I said that last
Come on, social?
on Monday.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're now. I forgot to tell you, they got Twista coming in.
What?
Yeah, playing.
More hip hop?
Yeah, like they have 3 things of hip hop coming in.
And where's this at?
Pawpaw.
In Pawpaw,
Warner,
yeah,
Warner
Warner's.
Vineyard.
Really?
Yeah. And it's like
They must be paying them well though, because those are bigger names. I
Yeah.
mean, that's
Yeah,
you've got to
these
be
guys-
getting paid well.
These guys are in national.
Yeah, they're world. Some of these are
some
worldly,
of these
you know. Yeah.
worldwide, yeah.
Jimmy rocks the hairdo and the great drummer. I'm not gonna say that one.
You just said it out loud.
Oh, I didn't know if I heard me on the mic.
Yeah,
But I
heard
do-
Jimmy has a great hairdo and
Yeah,
a
he does.
great drummer.
He does have a great hairdo.
He does.
Spikes it up like Jimmy Neutron.
The funny thing is, he's reading this while he's
Sorry.
well, he's
Sorry.
reading
He's
this.
wanting you to read it. Is that
No, actually no. Jimmy didn't say that. Whoever is on Tom, no, whoever is on your site, the Leo site. That's who keeps on.
Mikey?
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah, it's Mikey.
That's who keeps on messaging, and I think he can read that. Why do I have to say it?
Yeah. Yeah, you said it out loud.
I know. I even said it out loud. Still, I don't care.
But I'm hoping actually to do a few more things. Like I'd like to get into Watermark. I'd like to get
That'd
into
be a spot for you.
yeah, I'd like to get into Watermark. I'd like to get into a couple other places, but
They have
so
a nice
far-
setup for that.
You
they
think,
do. So far I can't seem to get in there.
You think the having a couple places like Four Winds and
Mhm.
all these bigger places that are more well known help you get in the place?
I would think so, but so far no. I mean, we've played at
It's not
Four
working.
Winds now. I think it's 4 or 5 times
Really?
we've been there, yeah. And it's I'm not sure what it is. We do our due diligence in contacting these places, and sometimes there's just nothing. We get crickets.
Does it help? Would it help if you had someone that does it for you that can keep on doing it? Or
We've talked about that. We've actually talked about having somebody, but usually they take 10, 15% of whatever you make, or a flat fee. And so if you're only making, if you're making $1,000 divided by the 5 of you, which is $200 a piece, or they want to take 10% off the top, and that's 900 divided by 5, and then you're looking at a little bit less. But
you guys are not doing it for the money. You're doing it for the.
We're doing it for fun, and we are. But you also have to think of it this way.
I know.
It's gas money. You're spending at least 5 hours, 3 hours of song set, and 2 to put up and take down.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but then the hour you drive, it usually takes to get there. So you're looking at an 8-hour shift.
But do you think it would help if you had someone doing that?
It probably. I guarantee it would. I mean, with me, look at me. I got the 2 jobs and the band.
Yeah, most people have a job and they work so long, like the person that was supposed to be here.
Yeah.
He gets up at a certain time.
He's at 3 a.m. Like,
so when's the time to contact somebody when you're going home, eating, relaxing, then going to bed,
right to bed
at 8 o'clock at night?
Yeah.
So stop yawning now when I say that.
You said sleeping. I love taking naps. It's my favorite thing to do.
So, I mean, stuff like that would be kind of tough for contacting or pushing someone to do something like that. I mean,
yeah, but we'd love to get into some of these places, and we've tried, and we'll keep trying.
Yeah,
we'll keep trying. At some point, we'll get in.
The best thing you can do is keep on trying, keep on.
Right.
I want to be in your bar. Let's give us a chance.
It honestly, I think we're playing at a campground. We're playing at a campground in New Carlisle this year. We're playing at Chill Hill. I know over Labor Day as well. Yeah, we're playing for Pier 1000. Their big boat party.
Here before.
Yeah.
Oh, you're playing Pier 1000?
We played for them last year. Yeah,
you're doing it. Yeah, you're doing it again for them. That's a cool little shindig.
It is actually.
They're
in their big giant. Where they put all the boats.
It's a fun little party.
It was a big party.
Yes, it's a fun little party.
It's a big, and I know a lot of the people because my parents had their boat over there for 30 years.
Really?
Yeah. So it was wild because I saw all these. I'm like, I know all these people. So it
works out
pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet.
What you got there, Joe?
We would love to have a great booking agent.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's just saying what she does.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, we would like to have that at some point.
Yep.
Yeah. Because it's hard. It is hard for all of us because usually Mike and I are the one that books, the 2 of us. Occasionally one of the other guys will pick up a booking, but usually it's just the 2 of us.
I mean, I do it for this show and it is tough.
It's tough.
I mean, it is. I mean, I'm just doing it how I'm doing it, honestly, for this show. I'm finding people that are my friends, his friends, or I go out, people that know us, and right now we're booked up till the end of May. And now
that's pretty fabulous though. I mean, that you're even booked out to, I mean, that's great.
Yeah.
2 shows
a week.
It definitely keeps us busy. I tell you that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And right now how I contact people is after they say yes, I give them a month what they want, and I let them decide and let them fight for it. Like you said, you wanted the 19th.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, done. So I got the 19th already in. So then I push it out, and I said, I want the 19th. Sorry, I can't have the 19th. You can have the 19th of the next month, or these are the dates I have open.
Yeah.
But it's first come, first serve. And I tell people that. And then after they finally book it and I'm on the week, I contact them 2 days before, make sure they're coming in.
Yep.
Then I contact the day of, make sure they're still coming in. And then I tell them all where it's located, where it's at, what they can bring, and have fun and go from there.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it is fun though, because
it's I do. I mean, if I booked it for a band, I would do the exactly same thing. Make sure they know I'm coming. Make sure something like what happened with Tom the other day. Make sure they know we're coming. And
well, what happened the other day? What I missed?
He double booked.
A band?
Yeah. It was a weird situation. It was.
Oh no! When they all show up at the same time.
It's not the first time it's happened.
One showed up. They were putting all their stuff up, right?
Yeah.
And then the second band shows up.
And the whole band shows up for them. And it's rough.
Oh no.
So did the band that was already putting their stuff out play?
They
just stayed.
Yeah, because they already showed up. He's already got his stuff down.
Yeah.
And they were on the poster.
They're already on the poster too
in the first place. So
I know crap happens.
Yeah. So stuff like that, I would, if I did something like that, make sure the place knows we're coming. Make sure that getting everything ready.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's how I would do it in R&B.
It's not easy though to constantly like call back and forth and then negotiate back and forth.
That's
and then but sometimes you have to think of that. Well, it is kind of the easy part.
The easy part.
But to negotiate, in the band part of it, you have to be, because there's some of these places that'll go, nope, this is the only amount that we pay. Sorry. Period. And you have to decide as the band, and I have to come back to the band, and then I have to go, do we want to play for that amount just to get our name out and play for more people, or what do we want to do?
No, that's when you work it around that and say, okay, then can we have a limit on drinks, or can we have some of the door if you charge? And then you work from there. And so it's still incentive where you getting a set cut for pay, but it's incentive for both of the person saying, hey, I also have a great following. This is what I could do for your place. I'm going to at least bring at least 20 people following us to watch us in this area. If we bring that 20, and we'll give them wristbands, and you can count
who we got,
who we have the 20, then we get half of the door.
Yeah. So we've played for the door before too.
I would never play for the door.
We did initially starting out.
That's rough.
When you're starting out, you're hoping to get any gig you can. I hate to say it. Like the first year that we were hoping to get any gig that we could. And so we did play for door.
Yes. Yeah.
And where did we play? Dunk. We played at the Dunk.
That's actually a great.
I actually love playing at the Dunk.
It's a great place to play.
It's a great. They have a fabulous dance. Everybody, there's seating for 8 billion people,
and it's fun.
And it's fun, and they have a great bar. And I guess they got new management in or new.
Yeah, they got new management,
and they're wanting to be a music venue now. So that's
it's a music venue plus /
wedding thing,
wedding
or something
still,
like that. Right?
All that.
They have the parking space for it.
Yeah,
so
they do
the whole 9 yards.
And
they do,
and they still got all the liquor and everything else they want. And
my brother got married there, and the funniest.
My first wedding was there.
Did you have a wedding crasher? Did you have a wedding crasher?
No.
He had a wedding crasher, and I called the guy out.
No.
So
I never had a wedding.
Oh yeah. So
I crashed people's weddings.
So this guy kept walking around to a lot of my friends that were there, and he was creeping them out a little bit. He just was not. I don't know if he was all there or whatnot. He's in a suit, but he just wasn't right. So I walked up to him and I'm talking to him. I was like, "Oh, so you know my brother?" And he's like, "Yeah, I know your brother." I'm like, "So you went to the same fraternity with him, right? At Michigan State?" And he's like, yeah, I did. I was like, Lou Capaloo? Not some made up some stupid bullshit. And he's like, yeah,
That's easy.
I'm like, that's so great because he did go to Michigan State, and that's not even a. And he looks at me and I go, you crashing this thing, aren't you? He goes, yeah, it's free drinks, and I just wanted to maybe get a date. I'm like, dude, just hang out. I was like, have a good time.
Lou Capaloo.
Yeah, Lou Capaloo. I was like, you just have a good time. I said, but don't hit on any of my girlfriends that you've already hit on. I'm like, you're creeping them up. So,
at least you're going to say lambda, lambda, lambda.
Yeah, I should have.
Resident nurse.
Yeah. Oh, man. But he was like, yeah, that's right. I'm like, really? Oh, that's a big thing.
I'm hired.
Like,
no, he says,
you are. You're hired.
He says, I'm hired. You're hired. You're now
part of the band. Joe's part of the band.
What are you doing?
Booking.
He's booking now for him.
He says you're hired.
Look at you.
I would love to do that again. I did it before. I've done it before.
Yeah.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah. Book friends, bands, and stuff like that. Get them in the door because I know a lot of bars. I've been to a lot of bars around here in South Bend. I mean, or festivals and stuff like that.
What's some of the good? So tell me some of the good ones we should play at.
Places. It's hard. I mean, if the place does open back up, 5-star dive bar.
In Elkhart.
Yes. Yeah. If that place opens back up,
they sold it. I thought
they sold it, but they're turning it back. So keep it to the same, but they're. I've heard, and everybody else is saying the same thing. They're turning into an axe throwing on the other side of the building.
Yeah,
axe throwing and band playing and alcohol. I just can't.
I don't know if those two things are going to be that great together.
That's what I say
that's
too.
A weird combination.
That's a weird combination, but that's how I heard that's what's going to be.
Bands, liquor.
Please, I just hope that I'm far apart from the axe.
Oh yeah, it's
part. Okay.
It is
it's separated.
It's totally separated.
I went there specifically and gave the guy my card.
But he's hard to get in because how I was trying to get a couple bands in there about 3 years ago. He had his five bands, and then he only had those 5 bands, and he circled them around
all the time.
So you had a different band, and it was known bands like Freak Show and that's been around in Elkhart all their lives, and I mean, it was bands like that had a great following. And I said, well, if you need a chance, let these people play. And I said, they even will play for maybe the door.
Yeah.
I said, they just want their name out there. Just let them. He says, well, I'll put them in the rotation when I have a lot of people that do ask me, send me a vibe or a disc or a CD and something out there, and I'll listen to it. I said, how about you let them play, come down here and play and set up on your guys' equipment and hear them. I pushed it, and he let them play, but he did
Nothing.
He still was booked on his 5 because it was making him money.
I actually, the owner, I believe, also plays with another guy occasionally.
Yeah.
He played it in Cassopolis, and I was there for a night. And they said, hey, if you give us a song, you can come up and sing it. And so I said, all right. And I don't know, I think I did All Jacked Up, Gretchen Wilson. And I was drunk as shit.
Well, you do a good job of that.
Yeah, I was pretty lit though. But I walked up there and I belted out. And I think I also belted out some Janis Joplin. And he was like, are you in a band? And I went, yes. Yes. But he was like, well, you need to be in a band. He goes, do you play guitar? I said, not yet. Play trumpet.
James plays a clarinet. No, I'm not clarinet. Recorder. Sorry, recorder.
The recorder.
Yeah.
You're good at
Hot cross buns.
hot
My
cross.
favorite. My favorite jam.
At least you're not like
I also
Matthew
played-
McConaughey naked, just doing bongos and stuff.
I played a little violin in
Did you?
early in my life.
Really?
A little bit.
I can play the bongos actually. Yeah, that's only because I wanted a drum set, and my dad said, "Here."
But you got to do it naked.
Here's
If
the
you're going to do
bongos.
bongos, you got to do that. naked.
He said, "Here's the bongos instead. I don't want to hear all that drumming." So I got the bongos.
My mother has 3 large accordions in her closet that she refuses to get. She taught me when I was 4.
Accordions,
Like the big giant accordions. They're like 50 pounds a
Everything
piece.
of accordion, I think of Weird Al.
Yes. But he has like the smaller one, if I remember right. But
He
these
has
are
the
like
big
the
one.
big giant. Yeah,
He
these
has
are
the
like,
big one and
was it the
small
big one?
ones, yeah.
My mother's 79, refuses to get rid of those. And my father throws a fit every year. He's like, get rid of those stupid accordions. My mother's like, no.
Can you still play?
She says no.
I have no idea.
He-
She's like,
she says
no.
the hand.
Yeah.
No.
She's like a
You
Jedi
shall
mind
not
trick.
pass.
She's like, no, these are not the droids you're looking for.
I was just thinking she gives the hand. Hell no.
No, my
Don't speak.
mother's actually a very quiet but very black and white person. She was a charge nurse.
Yeah.
You mess around. You can mess around with my mom. But my dad's the very loud, boisterous one. But my mother was very like, you're doing this.
This is
You're
what
doing this. Yeah.
This is what you're doing.
She was the quiet. And when I was young, I always thought that my dad was the head of the household because my dad would be like, it's a dictatorship here. I'm the head dictator. And then when I turned about 16, I realized that really was my dad was just the army and my mom was the general. And I said this one day, and I was like, hey Dad, I'm like, Mom's the general in this house. You're just the army. You're just the muscle. And he was like, no, I'm not. And I said, Dad, Mom tells you wear pants, but Mom tells you which ones to put on. I said, so Mom's the general over here. My mom's laughing. But my dad,
She's laughing.
my
She knows
dad
the
wanted
truth.
nothing to hear about that.
So it's almost like I always picture this. Ever watch like the cop shows where the one guy busts down the door and the sergeant's always behind 5 other people that bust down the door first? That's who your mom
That's
is.
who my mom
That's
is.
who your mom is. Your
That
mom's
is
the
exactly
sergeant
who-
that
yes.
has a gun and just says, okay, it's clear, you can walk in. All right.
Yep. That's her.
Everybody else got shot.
And she's the one that runs the world. Like I
Yeah.
realize that now as I got older. I realize it.
So, from all the places that you have played and the casino, do you think the casino? Because I asked this,
Casino's probably my favorite.
the question to the couple of other guys that played the casinos. You think the atmosphere is different than most bars?
Yes, I do.
Talking the mic.
Oops. Yes, I do. It's just different. It's just there's a big dance floor. There's alcohol flow in. I don't know. People want to go to the casino because even if you don't want to see the rock band, there's other things to do.
Exactly. Yeah.
And maybe you get tired of listening to a rock band. And so you walk out for 10 minutes and you go
Oh.
play a slot and you come back. So I think it just gives other options. And so I think that makes people happy. And there's the balcony part. So if
Yeah,
you
that
don't
balcony's
want to
pretty
be in the main speakers right there, you can still listen, but still talk to your friends
Right.
up in the
And
balcony
don't they have a
part.
bar up there?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a bar up there too.
Yeah. So I think it's just a different. We have a couple of people that come to see us pretty religiously. Deb and Ron are from Chicago. They come out to the casino almost every time we're there.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
That you get people all the way from Chicago.
We do, yeah.
You gotta
And the best place that we've played though at the casino is at the pool. At the pool
You
side.
played the pool?
I did. I played the pool, and that's I
See-
love playing outside.
Well, a lot of people were talking about that.
Yeah.
I was talking about it earlier when I said the pool bar is an awesome place because when the first time I ever went there, I thought I could swim in the pool, have a pool bar, I can drink one at the pool.
Yep.
You
And
got in the pool,
Yep. And then you list there's the band, and
they kick you out.
no, they don't kick you out. You're at the pool bar.
well, in his Borat suit, they might. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah, if I wore that, they might.
have to look that yellow, bright yellow.
Bright yellow
I
Borat
still
suit.
don't think I could do it.
Yes.
I still had to get the balls to do that.
Isn't it like a thong?
It is. It's
Yeah.
just thong right up the back, and it's
A
got
thong
the
on
two
the
suspenders
back,
right here,
and-
and the
Oh no!
holder on the front. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's pretty fabulous.
Oh no!
It's just the whole.
Thong
Yes.
up your butt.
Yes.
Oh,
You won't notice it after a while. I'm a beach player. We
Yeah,
play
you
with
would.
all beach. You know, that all goes up your butt.
probably wouldn't.
How about you wear
No.
it? He says no.
You ever see me wear anything like that? No.
I rarely see you in shorts, so yeah.
Do you wear shorts? I don't think I've ever seen you in shorts.
Yeah.
I'm doing something.
He does.
Do you do it in the
He
summer?
does sometimes in the summer, but it's
A
hard
lot
to-
during the summer.
I guess I just don't pay attention to your legs.
All the time during the summer. It's like somewhat mild as far as temperature goes. But yeah, I'm in shorts all the time. I like to be comfortable.
So with the whole casino thing, I would love to see you go back there and go to and watch them again. I would love.
I really love playing at the casino. And I will say their sound guy, Tommy, amazing. He's
Yeah.
amazing.
See,
I don't know
wouldn't
his
mind
last
going
name, but he's a really good dude.
there. Wouldn't mind going out there and going out and seeing you guys. Play
Well, the
that.
next time we go out there, I'll let you know.
Hell yeah! I'll try to bring this guy out.
The Four Winds.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've been in the Four Winds to watch a concert. The last one I saw was I think it might have been
1985. I thought.
1985. We opened for them.
no that I guess it was
Yeah. It was just a while ago.
no, it was,
It was a month
no,
ago.
that was no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. That was a different theater.
Oh,
I was in
Acorn.
that was at the Acorn
Acorn.
Theater. Yeah.
Oh, that's when they played there. Yeah, because I almost went to that one.
And then that was fun. 1985 was fun.
Yeah. We just opened for them actually in January
Where at?
in South Bend. It was at the firemen's FOP thing, but it was
Yeah.
for the policemen.
You do a lot of FOPs.
We do. Well, one of my buddies is the promoter too. So-
so you do a lot of FOPs.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
do for whatever reason. I don't know. It works good.
It works out.
They
yeah.
like us. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, FOPs are actually a good place to play for because FOPs American Legion, because the Legion does a lot in Baroda.
Yeah.
They do a lot of stuff, and they've always looked for bands and stuff like that.
No, we love playing for that because I mean that's hometown people.
Yeah.
And to me, and those are the people that I like to meet and know.
Yeah,
And sometimes I'll see them in different places. You know, it's fun to see people out like that.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's not even just seeing people like that, like having a hell of a time and just letting loose. It's anywhere you go, having that one person just letting loose and having a good time that you usually don't see them having that much fun.
Right.
That's the perfect image. That's
Yep.
what is the best feeling that everybody should get that's playing music out there is having that one person that's been sitting at that table, like you said, like the resting bitch face.
Yes.
And all of a sudden she's just smiling, having a good time.
Having a good time. And
And
you're
that,
like,
that one song and she's having the fun. And then all of a sudden she goes back to her
yeah,
her back-
RBF. Yeah.
her back to her face and her how she's acting. But that one moment, priceless.
It is. And if you can look around and see everybody having a good time, that's just that's the best on stage. Like if you can see everybody's engaged and everybody's having a great time, that's
It's an awesome
like that's when
Yeah.
that's when you know that you're doing good. And honestly, that brings out even more of my, I don't know. Like I want to be able
Quirkiness.
to give to these people that are coming to see me.
Exactly.
So
Well, even
Yeah.
like that, you just said that group, the couple that comes from Chicago.
yeah, they come see us.
They met you
Ron and
one
Deb.
time. They
Yep.
saw you one time playing, Now they're going to come every single time.
But I also know their names.
But that's
Like,
an awesome,
like I know their names.
But
when
that's
they
an
come to
awesome
it.
feeling having
It
that
is.
those people come all the way and spend money at the casino and stay there because they have to stay there because I don't see them ever driving back in that.
Not from Chicago, yeah.
But staying somewhere local and staying in that town and having a good time and just driving that hour away just to get away from the town and see you guys play. It has to be an awesome feeling.
It is. And actually the people that we're playing for, the personal party that we're playing south of South Bend, they saw us at the casino and stopped us afterwards and said, we want you as our band.
There you go.
For-
Right there.
Yeah. They were like, we have birthdays coming up in 2026. So
Yeah.
it's booked actually for next year. But they're like, we want you as our band. And they saw us. They came and saw us again here at the casino
Wait a
when we
minute.
were just there 2 weeks ago.
They booked a year in advance.
They booked us a year in advance. They're like,
That's a
we want to
long
make sure
fucking
we want to
time.
make sure that we have you guys for our band. So, it was year in advance.
Damn, that's a long time to book a band just
It
for-
is. I know.
They're playing it
Damn.
safe, man.
No, it's not playing it safe. It's just no offense. After a while, if I book that or that in advance, two things. One, you have to find out that the band's really gonna be healthy, stay together, anything like that. I mean, it's
Wait,
just
Well, it's a shot.
Anymore
It's-
though,
it's a shot.
you
in the
almost
dark.
have to book your entire year. Like we're booked.
It does.
We're booked almost the entire year out
Oh, really?
Yeah.
already.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
already done.
Yeah, you have to.
You do. I mean, a lot of places, and like Mr. G's or stuff like that, that's booking. They book out like 2 or 3 months or 4 months.
Yeah, Tom does
Before-
that. Like Tom does
Yeah.
like 3 to 4 months. I think he
Yep.
does. Yeah, at the most.
He tries, but
Yeah.
But for him, he's always also getting the same bands coming in half the time, or the same bands that he's always had in his life.
Yeah.
Let's just say it like that.
I could agree with that. Tom is
There's no new
he's a creature
bands.
of habit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what
He
people
knows
like.
he knows bands. He loves live
He
music.
does like live music a
He
lot.
loves
Though.
it.
Yeah.
He loves it
That's
so
all he
much.
does. That's all he loves.
But the thing is, he'll continue to play the bands that are close to him,
Yeah.
that show him that gives him the respect that he deserves.
But they respect him. And some of these
Oh, yeah.
bands, like I hate to say it, like Freak Show, there's no way in hell he's paying the price what they're asking for all the other places.
no, dude.
They love him
You
because
think Tom's gonna pay that?
that's what I'm saying.
He'll. Tom's a master negotiator.
Yes,
he is. He is. And
He's a
that's
master
one thing.
negotiator. And
but-
I've seen him do stuff in real time that amazes me.
Mhm.
The way he can get somebody to do something that I don't know, it almost works in his favor.
Yeah.
But it's a
I would say
respect
that.
thing. It's a respect thing.
Like for the outside, I just heard this recently, and I don't know if you know the band Hello Dave.
Mhm.
It's playing at Czars.
Zara's actually open back
Yeah.
then? They
No,
did not.
That's
no,
Zara's
no,
open
no,
back
no,
then?
Samar. I'm
It's
sorry,
Samar.
He
Samar.
calls it
Samar.
SARS.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get
It's SARS
confused sometimes.
2.0.
It's one of them. It's one of them.
But so he's got Hello Dave playing.
Yeah.
Hello Dave is a national act, right?
No,
They're not.
they're not national. They do a lot of tours with other bands, but
still,
everybody knows.
Played
who
all
it
over.
is,
They know.
Yeah.
People know who that is.
Yes.
And they're coming in. See, I've
See,
never.
The thing
I don't
is,
know.
the thing
But
is, he went to a couple of their concerts or whatever, and there was an auction to get them to play at their venue, whatever
No.
the case may be. And Tom finally he outbid everybody twice. Finally got these guys to
To play. Yeah.
play. So
But they've played Czars when Czars was open a lot. I
Yeah.
mean, these fans that he gets respect him. They care.
right. This is what I'm saying.
And so they're almost like grandfathered in on the price, and they
Not
don't.
necessarily grandfather.
No, but they don't care of raising the price or not raising
Right.
the price because they played for him for so long
Right.
at Czars.
they give him a decent
Yeah,
discount.
they give him a discount and the
Like,
respect.
this
for
is
him.
what I'm talking about. PSW boyfriend.
But
does.
but most places when PS plays, they play 2 shows back to back at the same place.
yeah. And
They only do one here.
Oh, like 2
Right.
nights in a row? Like
Yeah.
2. Oh, do they?
Yeah.
so when Tom gets those guys to come in, they play for him for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They give him a friendly discount.
Oh,
Of course they do.
They've been around him for so long.
Well, I hate to say like because he gave us our try.
Yeah.
He and Jay's. And so I will forever be indebted. And so will
Right.
the rest of the band.
Right.
And even though I still get them, for a certain amount.
Yeah.
I'll probably never even if we do get bigger, I don't know if I would be like, no, it's $4,000 now.
Right,
and
right,
of course I would never go that high anyway. But
Damn,
you know what I mean, right? I mean,
There's
like
some bands like
he would say that. That's exactly his words too.
there's
You're
some
gonna
bands that
do-
Damn.
are regional bands like Mr. Blotto.
Yeah.
That play for this. I mean, they play for him all the time down at Czars.
Yeah.
Or Duke Tomato.
Or Duke Tomato.
Duke Tomato.
Duke
Yeah.
Tomato's a great band that
They
everybody
play
knows.
for him, but they continue to play for him.
Yeah.
Because they
respect.
it's like
It is a respectful thing, and
balance
it's
of
a mutual.
respect.
It's a
Yeah.
mutual respectful thing. And I was, like I said, I can't be any more thankful when he gave us that
And
first
that's
try of the band.
They're right there. Loyalty. I mean, it's almost like a loyal thing. Right?
It is.
To where you recognize that he did something for you. Like, okay, I'm gonna stay loyal to this guy. I'm gonna give
Yep.
him the best that I can.
Correct. And he's never given me any reason not to.
Exactly.
And so to me, that's important, I think.
And that goes a long
Yeah.
way. It speaks volumes.
Huge.
So
And the fact that we still banter back and forth, and occasionally I'll text him and be like, "Got your game on yet?" You know, like something stupid, you know, and it's just fun talk back and
He
forth.
answers you?
he loves live music. He loves it so much that he will travel to different states just to find different bands.
He
He
does that
found
for-
this country band not too long ago. He had to go to Indiana.
I think he told me he brought somebody up from like Tennessee at one point.
Yes.
Like
Yeah,
somebody
he
was at
did.
them. It
He
was
did.
like
He
somebody
did.
from
Yeah.
Tennessee brought
Yeah.
him.
Yes.
They
Yeah.
were
Yeah.
in Indiana playing at a certain venue.
Yeah.
And he had to go to he was at a Notre Dame basketball game, and the game went into 4 overtime, so he was late getting to that
Yeah.
band. Finally got to him, and he got those guys to come
To play. Yeah.
play for the summer. He says, "I have so many good bands coming in this summer, you wouldn't believe it." Because he's out there, it's it's making those trips to get to these bands and talk to them or whatever case may be.
I heard he's got, actually, you might know the band. He might have Shock Roxy coming up.
Shock Rocks, yeah, from South Bend.
Yeah.
Did not know that. See,
Yeah.
this summer,
Yeah, that's a
maybe-
female. I've never seen them, but I know it's a female
Yeah.
singer.
That's actually female and a male singer.
Oh, is it Joe
It's a-
too?
it's a
Okay, yeah,
female, male singer.
I've never
They
actually watched them.
sing-
So
yeah,
the-
they sing in the rest of the
The
band.
thing is, the sky's the limit for the Sandbar right now because they're bringing some good acts
Yep.
for the summer, especially for the outside.
Yep.
And this is all time Jennings is doing right now.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. Like we were talking about this before, that I didn't appreciate live music until I started working at Czars.
Yeah.
And I've been overwhelmed with great music over the last
No.
10 years.
Has there ever been any like real bad bands? You don't have to say names, but has there ever been like a bad band? You're like, oh my, I can't wait till
Mr. Blotto. I mean, of course, I got kind of stoned. Somebody gave me a half of
They're not a bad band. No, she's saying a bad band that.
a horrible band.
Yeah, like
horrible
what
band.
horrible? Have
Yeah.
you ever had like a horrible that you just go,
She
please,
said
can you please
horrible
get
band,
done?
Not a bad experience.
Oh, no, bad.
Yeah.
Not a bad experience. Bad band.
Did you say somebody gave me an edible and that's why I could
No.
sound good?
I thought it was a bad. I mean, bad is good.
Not a bad. No, bad like terrible.
Bad is
Terrible
a terrible.
band? Ooh.
That came in and you went, oh man, get the hell out
Yeah,
of here.
I've had a few.
Have a few of
I've
those?
Name them.
No, you don't have to say names. I'm just saying, have you ever had that?
No.
But yes, I'm like,
Yeah.
this
Yes.
band is
Yes.
shitty.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of live bands down at Czars and
They
a
were
lot of
crap.
They were not that
They were
great.
crap.
Oh my god.
They were
I've seen a few in South Bend now
I've
that
seen a
I'm
lot
like,
of
I
South
would not
Bend.
go. Yeah,
I've seen a lot in
Yeah.
South Bend and everything else because I did travel for seeing live music. If
Yeah.
I hear a band live music, I'm there.
me too. I really
Yeah.
like,
That's
but
why I
I'm
go.
very particular. Like I want to see the girl singer. I want to see girl singers. And that's because I want to see where I fit in
Oh, you're in the,
like the
Yeah.
group of bands. I want to know where I fit.
Yeah.
And I haven't figured it out yet because there's not a lot of girl.
Yeah, there
lead
is.
singers.
Yeah,
Well,
there-
I don't think there's a
vocals?
ton. I know
Yeah.
there's Shock Roxy.
No, there's
There's
a lot
one.
of.
There's one.
There's,
what's the name of that band? Sucker Punch. Not Sucker Punch, but
Libido Funk Circus.
It is. It's Sucker Punch, right?
Yeah,
No, not Sucker Punch,
not
but,
Sucker Punch. That's Mysteria.
I just saw one at QBEX and I'm losing
Mysteria.
the name of it.
Shock Roxy.
Mysteria is
What's it,
another
Shock
one.
Roxy?
What's the one with
Libido
the
Funk.
Smarty Pants?
Smarty Pants.
Smarty Pants.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't
I
seen
like
any of
Smarty
them.
Pants.
Yeah.
Actually, they're a great cover band.
They have a
Yeah.
woman's the lead singer and a guy, and they both work together.
Yeah.
Go
and sing back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I know about what's the other one? I'm friends with her. She's from actually the band's from South Bend.
Yeah, Sucker Punch. I think I just saw them at QBX. And actually, Jason filled in for
Joe-
them, which is why I went in
Yeah.
and watched because he's like, yeah, they got a girl, and I went
I don't know if they're still together. Joker.
Joker and Jack, right?
Yeah,
And then
Joker and Jack. Yeah. Are they still together? I know when Jeff passed away, I don't know if
I
they-
don't think they are.
I don't know when after Jeff passed away.
At one point in time,
He,
PSW boyfriend had a woman.
yeah,
lead
but
singer,
I think the
Oh,
only
she's
original
doing-
from
but
PS is
she-
Kevin now, right? Kevin,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
guitarist. He's the only
oh
one. I
no,
think.
there's two,
No, no,
There's
no.
still two originals.
There's three. There's
3 original
the
guys there,
bass player,
No.
the drummer,
and
and the guitar player. The
Yeah.
lead
Yeah, I
singer
met
now, the lead
I met
singer.
Kevin at the Midway Tavern. We played at the Midway
Martha's?
Tavern.
Martha's Midway, or are you playing the tavern in South Haven or Shawgatut?
No, in Mishawaka.
Martha's Midway
Martha's,
Tavern.
yes.
I'm trying to get him there because it's a great blues.
It
band.
is awesome.
It's one of the
It
oldest
is.
blues
We
band
loved it.
players.
Our name's up on there with all the other
So is
blues
mine.
names. Like I was so excited to just sing there. We didn't. I mean, they can't pay you much, but that's a icon
It's a
in South Bend.
it
Like
is.
you got to play there.
It's in the middle of a neighborhood.
And it looks like a house. Like you
It
literally
is.
walk. It looks like
Yeah,
the
you
front of
were
a
talking about
house,
that.
and you
I
walk
remember
in
you
like,
talking about
oh,
that.
this can't be right.
It's a 5-generation handy down.
And that's where I met
Yeah.
Kevin from PSW
Oh, really?
because he came up to me later. He's like, if I would have known that you needed a band and I would have known you were around,
they would pick you up.
yeah, they would have picked me up.
They would pick you up.
Yeah.
You would
Martha's Midway
Yeah,
Tavern.
and it was funny. Dave, our bassist, goes, "Leave her alone." Like, it's like he's like,
Wait a
"No,
minute.
you're not taking her."
How'd you
He's being funny. He's like,
How'd you
"Leave her
get to play
alone."
there? How'd you get to play there? It's not blues music.
They will occasionally do rock and whatnot, but I also think she
Really?
liked my voice.
Huh?
I think she liked me,
Yeah,
my voice. So
the place still open, still rocking it.
they're doing great. Like,
yeah, everybody loves that place. It's
Everybody
it's
loves
a
that
dive
place.
bar.
Yeah.
Pretty
and
much,
there was a
but-
ton of people. There was a dive bar, but I love it. It is if you want to go to a dive bar with great music,
Yes,
You're gonna go
great
there.
blues
Yeah.
music.
great blues music, and they got cheap drinks
Yeah.
and billiards and just a nice normal
All-
crowd.
How'd you like it? All of a sudden, you go in the place and said, "You want to? This is where you're playing," and they open up the sliding doors,
I go,
and you open the sliding doors, and it's another.
See, now I really
it's
have
a
to get
whole
to this
nother,
place.
it's a whole nother thing. You're
yeah,
like,
it's a whole new like
I really have to get to
atmosphere.
this place now. I mean, shit, Joe.
it is a dive bar though. Don't expect anything
I love-
fancy. I mean,
I
like,
love dive bars.
yeah, it is.
Dude, it's
yeah,
not-
so do I.
I
And
love
I
a
mean,
good dive
it's
bar.
it's the
Actually,
epitome.
the place is awesome. You once you go in there, you could feel the heritage. You could feel the atmosphere. Who's played here? I
Mhm.
mean, a lot of names.
And they have the names of all the bands
Yes.
that played.
Yeah, you just take your
You're
Sharpie
the-
marker
you're-
and
you're
we're
the-
up there
You're
too.
the
And
circle, yeah.
yeah, it's
actually,
pretty sweet.
Hell yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
my name's up there.
Oh, you're not a band.
No, but I get to put my name up there because I went for Harvey's 80th, Harvey's 75th birthday.
Oh no, kidding.
Old Harv.
Old Harv.
When he was on the radio, I was there
Wow.
for his birthday party because I was there because I went with a couple of my friends that knew him in person. So they brought this big old cake out with his picture of him on the radio because he was on 88.1
Point something, yeah.
88.1 AM, and he's there with this big old cake and him like this on the mic with a cool picture, passing out the cake and everything. It was a great party, and he brought in big names just for his birthday because he met all these famous people.
I think BB King was there at some point.
Yep.
I
Oh,
think.
really?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
They've had some
Oh, yeah.
major people.
Major
Muddy Water.
people.
I think Muddy
Yep, Muddy
Waters was
Waters.
there, if I
Wow.
remember right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
old school right
But
there.
this
Yes,
is
so
back
they
in-
had some pretty amazing
this
people.
this house was there since the Prohibition.
Oh,
It's
this is-
literally a house. Like you
Yeah.
walk up
This
to the front,
house
you go,
and underground.
"This can't be right." Like you're like, I looked at. I remember parking and going,
Yeah, underground
It can't
was where they did all the bootlegging and all this.
speakeasies.
No, it's not a speakeasy, but they used to have the Prohibition and all the wine cellars where they used to sneak all the booze from this place up so people can still drink. I mean, this was back in
20s.
yeah.
It's 20s prohibition.
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
it's
Some
like
history right
like
there.
some of the
too, yeah, but
gangsters used to come here and they
some
go there.
speakeasies.
Actually, to talk
Yeah.
about,
Yeah,
you know,
okay, yeah.
have you been to the study yet?
No.
See, I haven't been there.
Where's
You
this
got
at?
to study. So
Where's
the
this at?
study is
it's
at
a-
the Laugh Lounge now, which is a new. It's an old building that they turned into a comedy club on the
So, yeah.
bottom. and
Where
it's
Zach
it's a true
always-
speakeasy up top.
Yeah.
Where Zach said we should go and watch some.
Is that what it would? Yeah. Yeah.
Where Zach said we
It's
should go
awesome.
and watch him
Yeah.
do his comedy show.
Go to the comedy show, and there's usually two
Oh, is this
comedy
in
shows. There's like
Niles?
Yeah,
yes,
it's
Right.
the old
there's-
State Theater.
yes, and there's one in at like 7 and one at like 9. So
Yeah.
go to like the 7 o'clock one and then go upstairs or vice versa, right?
Yeah.
But the speakeasy part of it is fabulous. I mean, it is decked out like old
Really?
1920, like flapper 1920,
That's
and
what I
there's
said. That's what I
you
See?
said.
got you got Hemingway up, you know, in a big
Yeah.
picture up there, and you got all these little lounges, and it's pretty sweet.
I have a sarsaparilla, see?
And their drinks are pretty. Yes, that's literally. They had a
Every
it's
time
called
you
the
say
lavender-
speakeasy prohibition, he does that.
does that.
Every single time. See,
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like I'm thinking Bugs Bunny from this. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, so.
Come here, Dame.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
last time the
shit.
waitresses there, they were in flapper outfits when I was
I
there.
mean,
Yeah.
I keep hearing about that place. I would love to go see a comedy show and see our friend Zach play there, and he's been on the show, and he tells us he's touring on his little tour that he does all the time around the
He a
local
comedian
places.
too? Yeah, he's usually, yeah.
I mean, he just did a what Czar or Sandbar.
He did
Sandbar.
Sandbar.
You did a comedy show at Sandbar?
Yeah,
we do
every first
Thursday of the month.
How did I know? Well, you know what? I
Every
haven't been
first
on my
Thursday.
boat though since when did this come in? Was this new?
It's
been around.
Been around for a minute.
Ever since Czars, he
Yeah.
just took it from Czars and brought it here.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, first Thursday of every month.
Well, you know what though?
Just last year started.
Oh, okay. I was
He
gonna say,
actually started it last year.
like in the fall or something.
No, early 2023.
Really?
It was
Because usually in the summer I stay up here on my boat.
late 2023. He started.
2022.
Yeah.
But I usually come on Tuesday or Wednesday nights, and that's probably why.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
It's the
Every
first
Thursday.
First
of-
Thursday. Okay, so now I'm
Which
gonna have to
is-
spend my night on. I'm gonna have to spend.
another 2
Yeah.
weeks. It should be back.
It's back in.
Yeah.
And actually, they get pretty good crowd. I mean, they get
We had a
pretty
big
good
crowd
counts.
last week, and it was really good. Had a big
I
crowd.
had no idea. That's awesome.
Had a big
Yep.
crowd last
And
week.
we're trying to push them to go back how Czars used to be and have the first Friday of the month
Yeah.
was always country night.
Yeah, he's bringing in some country bands.
Back.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
love to have reggae night back, but
Yeah.
Oh, I would love reggae night.
I love reggae night.
I was
like
just
reggae
in Florida, and they had the Reggae Fest down
Oh.
there in St. Pete.
And Tom used to run a reggae fest in
Kalamazoo.
Kalamazoo.
Really?
Yeah, and I worked one of those.
No, I would go to that. in a
Oh, that was
heartbeat.
it was like maybe 30 bands, 30 different bands from all over, and it was just,
I would love doing
all
that.
weekend long. Just like, but you have jerk chicken, all
Yeah,
kinds
all of it.
all
Tom
the
actually
food.
gets bands, country reggae bands. If you ever come down,
Yeah.
on Saturday night, if you're not playing, he gets a country band or not country reggae bands for
outside. Yeah.
outside.
Really?
But yeah, they had all the food. I mean, jerk chicken,
All of it.
all kinds of different ethnic. I mean, different backgrounds. from
Yeah.
Africa. It's like
Well, if you
It
have
was
plantains,
crazy.
you had me at plantains because man, I'll eat my weight in fried plantains. I will. Like I will pick those off everybody's plate and eat them myself. Just
You can have
order
all
them.
mine. You can have all mine.
I
I'm not
love
a
them.
big plantain person.
I
anymore.
love
they had
them.
this mashed potato sundae. It was
A mashed potato sundae.
yes, oh, it was so good. I mean,
Dude, that hasn't been around in forever, and you're
go
like
back-
drooling
go-
right
I'm-
now.
He's like,
You're like
it's
drooling.
one
How-
thing he
give
dreams
me,
of.
give me your sleeve. I wanna
It's
wipe
the,
my-
yeah, it's the one thing he dreams of.
Oh man, it was great because Marshall.
Yeah.
he would work with me. But we just had a great time. Great time, dude.
Marshall, you're awesome.
And he remembers that we had that Sunday. He has a picture of that on his phone.
I know.
And it's
Mashed
like
potatoes.
mashed potato.
What's in it? Was it
It's all kinds of goodness.
just like corn, gravy,
Yeah, it's all kinds of
chunks of ham,
it's like-
cheese?
stacked. It's like a cup. You get a cup of it, and it's like
There was only one man for
I
the
didn't mean it
job.
that much. I told you this thing. Laid my hand on it.
That's awesome because what he just wrote. So thank you.
You wrote that on
No, he wrote it. He said, no, he says, Joe, you get us some Mr. G's Kubiks. You're the man.
But that was a highlight of my summer, man. I'll tell you that much.
You get me in any
Yeah.
foreign food, Lebanese,
Oh yes.
Lebanese food,
See, I've never tried that.
oh,
Never tried that before.
any Mediterranean, Lebanese, Pakistani, Indian food.
That's my
It's
next
my
venture
jam.
right there.
That's
Oh,
my jam.
Actually,
I love food.
you would love it. If they still do it at Andrews University, they used to have in March, April coming up. Actually, they used to do,
Like a food.
no, at all the ethnic food since it's a big ethnic
Yeah.
type of school. Like a food, I don't know, international food.
Yeah.
That's what they used to call it. And you buy tickets, and There's like 20 different. No, I would say about
I'd be 800 pounds.
You spoke my own language.
I know, mine too.
about
Like, we're going to
15
this if it's there.
Yes.
about 15, and it's in the gym. So about 15 different
Vendors?
food vendors. Oh no, not vendors. No, it's just people that stay
People
there.
cooking.
People there actually staying at the college that they cooking their type of culture of food.
Dude, I just went to this Grand
And it
Rapids
was awesome.
gumbo cook-off. It was
How
amazing.
did you do? Were you in it?
No, I wasn't in it, but I just wanted to try it. There was 24
Knock it
different-
off, because I'm
Different
still
types.
disappointed I had to work that day.
What you do is get a muffin tray, right?
Yeah. And you go around
by
and you have
just
your
stock them up.
That's smart. The muffin tray.
Oh my god,
See, that's
That's
what I
smart.
said.
they
when
had
I-
one there with this little drumstick and the gumbo. I was like,
That's brilliant.
that is
That's brilliant.
that was,
See,
oh man.
with the muffin tray, next time I see a
Next year
chili
we're going.
cook-off-
But I think you need
No, with
good
a chili-
cornbread with any type of gumbo.
Yes.
with a
And
chili
it-
cook-off, I'm gonna take a muffin tray with me.
I was a judge for 5 years at the chili cook-off at LMC.
Really?
They have a.
I was,
They have a
and
chili
there was
cook-off
some.
at LMC?
They did. There were some really good ones,
There's some really bad ones.
and there was a really, really bad.
It was one particular bad gumbo. It was like it tastes like it was almost burnt.
Ugh.
I'm like, yeah, get this shit out of here.
Yeah, yeah.
But
And
I-
who tells this person that you should put it into a contest? That's
Yes,
what my thought
I'm
is.
like,
Is who's
holy-
lying to you?
somebody told you a big
Somebody's
lie.
lying
I
to
ate
a
it all.
lot.
Put you in.
I ate it all.
I
I
wonder-
don't
Of
let
course you
food-
did.
I
Yeah.
Don't
wonder,
let food
I wonder
go to waste,
why.
man. Don't let food go to waste. Don't let food go to waste, man. Was I high?
I said, wonder why.
Oh, maybe I was.
Were you high?
Maybe both. Who
I don't
knows?
know. I don't know. Are you?
Maybe it
Are you?
was.
Are you? Guilty conscience right there?
No, there's no guilt behind it. I was probably stoned. Anyway, guys, we have 5 minutes left. Gotta get down.
What other questions you got for me?
There's
What you
no
can
more
both
questions.
got?
We're gonna do the final thoughts.
We're gonna do
For the,
final
Sure, final
yes. Now, you've been down this road. Anything that you want to promote? Shoot it out.
Hey, we're going to be all over in Southwest Michigan this year. We're on Facebook. Find our, we usually put a poster out there, right? Come see us.
Yeah.
And then we also don't mind people that want to say, hey, Ildi or Raucous Leo, we think that this would be a great song for you guys. Write us in on our Facebook, page. Just say, hey, what about this place? Or give us a place that maybe you want us to play that we haven't thought about yet. And we would love some of those ideas. Not that we're tapped out, but if you broaden it by 100 people, a lot of people have more ideas than what you got.
Midnight Train to Georgia.
Little Gladys
Ooh.
Knight.
Ooh, you can. I can hear
Yeah, I
you
can
singing.
sing
I
that
can hear
too.
you singing
I can
that.
hear you sing.
Yeah.
Oh, that would rock my soul.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go-
that
Yeah.
sandbar.
I know.
I'll put my
Midnight
head.
Train
You
to
see me.
I might- hey,
you
next
see
time
me
I'm doing
behind the bar
karaoke
doing
there.
this right here.
So-
Midnight Train to
Well,
Georgia.
they're on Wednesdays for karaoke during the summer, right?
Yeah.
Like sometimes. So I'll make sure that I do that song for you.
If you do that,
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my hands in like it's
know.
I
It's
will do a little
gospel
Gladys
music.
Knight for you. I will do it.
like gospel
I just
music
want to
to
do the dance.
I will request you both as backup. I will request you both as backup.
And then-
Joe, go ahead, knock it out.
Are you done with your?
Yeah,
Oh, she done?
Yeah.
Am I done? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I think I'm all right.
Well, for being the second time on, once again, it was lovely to have you on.
I appreciate it
was
so much.
awesome.
One of
Like,
my
this is
favorite
fun.
ones.
This
Once
is
again,
fun.
it's always fun to have you on because we don't just talk about everything. We just talk about just like we're shooting the shit and we don't even
Talk
have
about
the
life.
mics. And
Yeah.
yeah,
I
it's
love it.
fun. I'm glad to have you on, but with your band, sky's the limit.
Thank
You guys are not even hit the plateau yet. You're not even on it. You're just still climbing up to it. So for you, keep on doing what you're doing. And yes, I will help you guys in a heartbeat
Thank
to
you.
get you in places.
Thank you so much. Like I said, if you got ideas, you got my number. So by all means. And,
Yes.
and I appreciate you having me on. Like this is fun.
Hey.
It's fun with you guys. Like it's
We appreciate you being on here.
Yeah.
I tell you, I was excited when he told me that you're gonna be on this week. I was like, yes, one of my favorite people to
But
interview.
you also said we have another band.
No, I didn't say that. You said that.
He said we're having another band.
I can't wait to food week.
yeah, you got food week. But hey, if I show up next time, what do you want me to bring? Because I cook.
Do what you surprise us. How about that?
So I make all my own jams and I make all my own salsas too.
Salsa
Where's
then?
the salsa?
So
with
do you
your
like the hot
chips?
stuff?
Yes, I do.
And
I
a
got
bottle,
you.
and a
I
bottle
got
of
you.
wine.
Do you
you
bring?
want-
by
wait.
the time you have
you-
you be off of a Lent.
Do you want the Hungarian wine?
Hell yeah.
The family wine?
Yes.
There
I
you
heard
go.
you said
There
that
you
about
go.
last
There you
time.
go.
That-
I
that'd
can
be
I
awesome.
can
Joe
I can
is
I can do a
so-
little bit about that.
Joe's
Yeah.
soul. All right, guys.
We're gonna
This
have
is
her
a-
on next week.
Yeah, next week.
Next week.
I might
Bump
just show
somebody.
up while you're in,
Gonna
open
bump
the door,
somebody.
and hand you guys a few things. I'll
You're
just
gonna
open the door
bump
and be like,
Oh, thanks,
We're
Ildi.
gonna have her on-
"Bye, guys."
We're gonna have her on next week.
Once again, we enjoy it when you come on. It's a blast. It's always fun to have you on. It's always some comedic entertainment behind it. We laugh hard. We talk about stuff that we don't normally talk about. We appreciate you. I'll tell you that much.
Borat suits.
Yeah,
That's
Borat.
right.
Joe, you're next.
Joe's Borat suit.
Joe, you're next.
I'm bringing in the yellow one for you,
I'll
Joe.
think about it.
It's gonna be wrapped within the wine.
Balls
I'll think
tucked
hard.
in.
I'll think hard about it. I'll think really hard about it. I'll see what happens.
But I appreciate you coming on for helping us out. You help us out a lot. I appreciate you.
Well, you're doing me a favor too, so I
Yes.
appreciate that.
So this is a 71st episode of Third Eye Truth End podcast. I am your host, James Gill, co-host Joe Hill, and thank you for the lovely Ildiko Widman.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Appreciate you
Yes.
so much. All right, guys, we're gonna be getting out of here shortly, but thank you for watching. Thank you for watching on YouTube. Thank you for subscribing to YouTube because we're pushing past that, trying to hit 300 now. We had 215, I think it is. Anyway, but if you're still new to the channel, go to YouTube, chime in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button so you can get more content when we put it out. And we'll be more than appreciative of you doing that. So till next time, guys, we got a food episode, a food week.
Food week will be fun.
We got Sarah James
Yeah.
coming on. And then
Food week will be real
got
fun.
Brian Tufnell, Munchie Man, on Wednesday. So, guys, please tune in, and we appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much, guys. Once again, we have Ildiko Widman. Thank you very much for joining
Raucous
us.
Leo. Yep.
Raucous Leo, we appreciate you, and can't wait to be back on to the Sandbar.
Yes, I think Tom said something about July 19th, but I think he's
Even
trying to
better.
either get a. It's not solid yet. It's not solid yet.
But if not, we will see you soon. I know we'll see you.
All right. Yes,
All
you
right,
will.
guys. We're going to be signing out, and we love you guys so much. Thank you for joining us. We're out.
That was fun, guys.